Hello and welcome to Hochanda. It's absolutely lovely to have your company. We are tuning in to another Rob Adams show. It was so busy earlier on today. We had 2 sellouts and over half of the stock has gone here.
Yes.
Busy morning, wasn't it?
Busy morning.
And it was 8 o'clock.
And I think
people were awake.
Lots of happy crafters when the postman arrives with it.
Oh, yeah,
It's a lovely project to make. And I know I say, and I would always say, you know, a spanner system Charlie and I came up with for how hard it is to make. These are so simple. They look lovely. And it's really nice to have a card and a project which you can do well, but with ease. I think that's the thing, and they just look amazing. And I must admit, for me, and we know I'm a little bit of a slow crafter, they are really, really fast to make. But it's not so much about the speed, but I think they look great. And if you're in emergency for a card, or you just want to enjoy something a little bit different, these are great to go for, because they are that. It's a different take on the card. We've all made sort of bow-shaped cards, but the beauty of this is it folds flat.
Which is really clever.
Which is the great thing, and it'll fit into your standard, your regular A5 envelope. Now, if you make something with a little bit more embellishment on it, I've actually put a different sized envelope, just slightly bigger, on the CD-ROM for you, to allow for that little bit of expansion.
Yeah.
Be like me after Christmas, to allow that little bit of expansion.
Be like us all, Rob. It happens to us all. CC, hold on. There you go. Bunny Rabbit! It's the angle. Sorry, but I thought you can't just see his little body. You need to see his little head. Now, the beautiful thing about these, obviously, as Rob says, you've got a project, but because it's CDs, you get so much more than one project, to be fair, because you have got so many beautiful images, you've got so many gorgeous papers, and these, you were chatting, when we were chatting earlier, Rob, you've actually hand-painted these.
Yeah, some we've got some are digitally mastered. I've just done it in the digital form. Some are traditionally painted. Most of the backgrounds are done with oils and then scanned and images popped on as well. So it's a lovely sort of blend of sort of traditional and sort of modern technical as well. It's a sort of a fusion of the two.
The beautiful, Rob, the beautiful. And then the papers, you've got so many papers on each CD.
The papers are lovely and they all match. The nice thing is I've tried to put, on average in my head, 2 papers per image. On the CD, and then obviously generic as well that will work across the board. But as ever, they're great for all your projects as well.
And lovely colour palette. You know, with something like this, you've got something, and as we were saying in the first hour, there's all sorts of seasons. You know, definitely autumn is covered, but you've got something for winter, you've got something definitely for spring and summer. You have got 2 CDs, I would just give it, and that's only a little snippet of what's on the CD, isn't
otherwise, I'm looking at you screen.
Absolutely. Because is it about 300, is it over 400 different little elements, and I mean
combined across the 2 CDs,
which is phenomenal. And this is why I love CDs, because you can print them off time and time and time again.
This is the lovely thing about this, is that we've got, it's a CD in its own right. So if you've only got a printer at home and your craft tools, you can type on this digitally. You can do everything, even if you don't work with dies. It's a complete little unit within its own right.
Of course it is.
But then, of course, it expands outwards to however and whatever crafting materials you've got as well.
Yeah, it's across the board.
It is, and that's the lovely thing. And there's digital templates, and we've also got on the show a real template as well. So if you're watching and you're thinking, but I'm not really into my CDs, everything that we're seeing here can be reproduced with the template as well. So it's worth just, you know, have a watch, because mix and match. In fact, the first demo I'm going to do is kind of a fusion between the CD and with a template. So, and just to show you how it all comes together.
The brilliance, absolutely brilliant. Something a little bit different. The imagery is gorgeous. Of course, you've got the ability to make these beautiful cards, but it's up to you. You know, you might not be making cards at all. There might be gifts for the family. You might be making, look, little gift boxes, because at the end of the day, you are printing the elements off. If you love that die, we are going to be touching on that in a minute. We have got that on the show. The other dies we had did sell out, so if you do want that one, we have got that in stock. But how gorgeous are those images? Now, if you'd like this. As we said, it was very busy this morning. You need to be checking your baskets out. 025615, that's your item number, just £21.98. Now, our Rob mentioned the physical template. We've got that as well. This is it. If you want the actual template, this is fabulous because, again, you can use it with anything, on anything. See, this is when you're going to be getting all your card stock out and your other double-sided papers, etc. If you want the templates, it is 842901. That's your item number. It's just £9.99. That's your price. Now, we're going to show you this one in a second, actually, because this is lovely. Rob's dies did sell out, the other ones that we had on the show, but we've got these ones left. Yes, tell us about that.
These are lovely. I think they're not languishing in the back. It's, we didn't actually have time to even show them this morning, so we're giving them a little bit of airtime now. This is the lovely oval rose, and this cuts a beautiful aperture for us. It comes with additional roses on it as well, and a few extra leaves. And it also comes with this little template. So now you can actually draw onto your paper with it, onto your card, and then cut this out, the oval rose, and the oval rose will fit beautifully. It won't drop through it or anything. So combined, that comes with it as well. And
so
then
it's exactly the right aperture.
Exactly the right aperture. It's actually just in between the width of that, so you've got a little bit of wiggle room. And it also comes with the lovely trellis and ribbon cutter, and we can see, so just down the edges there, that we've used that to create, in this particular instance, the lovely
so you've got the beautiful rose. The rose has got the leaves, of course. There's embossed detail on there, and then you've got the rose buds, so you can mix and match them. And then, as our Rob says, you have got the trellis. The lovely thing about the trellis, that cuts in the card if you want, so you can make continuous borders, etc.
Yes.
But this one, bring this one in, and that's where you can lift it out. So if you want to, you can cut the actual trellis out.
You can lift it out, or as we can see here, and this is a lovely example. Now, remember I brought the window. This is actually the window in there, and we can also make a square card. We've got one probably on the counter over there to show you a wee bit later, which you'll notice with the template. But why is there a square and a circle? A rectangle, sorry, rectangle. But again, we can see now the trellis, how it stays within the card, but we can cut it out and then stick it on if you want to.
Just like I was saying, so it's got the two dies, it stays in or out. The choice is yours. Now, for all those dies, just £16.19. If you're a Freedom member, if you're not a Freedom member, it's £17.99. Again, get Freedom, you don't have to pay any postage and packaging either. Now, we're going to get back to our fantastic CD-ROMs. Now, shall we have a look round, first of all?
We'll have
Is that the plan?
Yeah,
it is the
that's
plan.
The plan. It's a plan. A quick look around the CD. This works on your Apple, Mac and your PC as well. Runs off Adobe Reader. I think from Windows 9 onwards, they put another software package on. You can download that for free. It will work on the other ones, but to get the full navigation and everything, you need Adobe Reader. Right. It said free to download and pop it on your computer. And it'll prompt you. And that goes both for the Mac and the PC as well for you. And we just pop it into the tray. It will auto-load or auto-run, but nowadays with security, that means you just have to click on to say, yes, I accept it, and open it up, and you're away to go. A little treasure trove awaits for you. So I'm clicking away here. Let's just run through. This is the main, what I call the main navigation page, and we've got our farmyard images, our box and envelopes, box bags and envelope templates there, our backing papers, our digital templates, an internet tutorial for you, which is a video showing you how to make it, the printable instructions, and the printable assembly instructions. I'll just click onto this to show you, because we didn't look at this morning. But this little set of instructions are printable, and you can pop it in with your card, so the recipient, the person receiving it, can see how to pop it together. And it really is quite straightforward. But it's nice to have that, because we've all given cards to people and gone round to the house and that doesn't look like that.
It's not meant
anyway,
like
but this is really lovely and simple, and we'll see, because we've got a lovely demos to show you. So I'll start off, and we've got our bow card image, our farmyard, our images here is the farmyard card images. They're regular square AU5, A6 and A7, and we've got our farmyard portraits, and the portraits here are different. They're additional images. So let's click on straight away to our main navigation page, and we've got again, really easy to use CD. Just point and click. print clip craft, I
so
call
you
it.
just enlarge it essentially, and then from here can you go on to the specific animal?
Yes, and then so you can just have a look through, choose one. Let's have a little chick here. So we've obviously got Easter coming up, but they're just lovely. They're cute
like
anyway.
Escape to the beach.
Yes, he's eating little grains. They're so tiny that the corn looks that size. And again, our lovely sort of dairy cows there, through to a puppy. And so these are the sort of the animals that would live on the farm. I was lucky enough to live up on the moors. It was a small farm that turned into an animal sanctuary, and then it was just a house for us. But my friends all lived in farms, so I have spent a lot of time in farms. And we had a donkey sanctuary. I don't know if it was going in Manhattan. We used to live near Manhattan on the moors, and there was the donkey sanctuary down there. So it's probably still going, I hope, as well. So lots of donkeys there, and doves. These are all animals that we'll find on there. Our farm cat, and just very quickly here, a few more. We've got probably not as
Highland cattle.
I love these.
Yeah, I do.
And my mum does as well, so that's really for her there. We've got Piggy here,
little babe,
and his brothers on the portraits one, and I've popped in a turkey. I just like the turkeys. I thought they were quite colourful, and again, there's something for everyone. There's slightly more quirky animals on the farm, but you'll all know someone who will enjoy the horse or the goose or the cockerel or our little pig there, little piglet. Coming back very quickly,
it's my favourite.
The portraits here, again, we can see this is our lovely working dog, our sheepdog here.
Gorgeous in there. And again, the imagery,
our little rabbit.
Because you were saying, I can't believe it. I mean, to actually draw all of these, Rob, to paint all these, it is phenomenal.
It's labour of love sometimes, but I said that it's a combination. I've really got into digital painting as well, especially for watercolour, and I do love traditional painting. These, you can see the backgrounds are a bit splodgy, and most of the other ones are oil backgrounds, and it's just a case of just, as I said, just picking an image and then printing and creating your lovely cards. And to make those, if I just come back to here, we've got templates, and these will all we've got, again, digital templates you can print out. If I just click onto one here, now the blue box won't print. That just means you can type in text if you want to on there.
So you can personalise all your cards.
We've got blank ones, so you can actually again create this on separate papers or on the lovely backing papers.
Lovely.
And I've got to mention, and I'm going to try and make one, the small everything down, scaled down. They're really cute. I love playing around with scale.
Nice idea.
So that's on there as well.
Some mini ones.
Last but not least, very quickly, some lovely imagery.
Look at all the papers.
From very simplistic, almost cartoony, simple drawings, but it's simple and lovely. All the animals through to...
You could almost make little storybooks with all these.
Yes.
Brilliant for kids as well, aren't they? The papers alone are tremendous.
I think so. I think it's fun for all ages. I mean, we've got the lop-eared rabbit, and Bob used to help us doing shows, and I know they were big into their rabbits and things. It's always, and people love chickens and racing pigeons and all sorts of things. And through to our papers here again, more textural. I popped some few tractors on there as well, some old tractors and bits and pieces. That was looked like our chicken feed there, and grain. Through to some hay bales and some lovely watercolour cows there for you as well. And just last but not least, just a very simple line drawing, sort of a sepia line of all the animals again, all lined up on there. So it all comes together to give you this beautiful sort of resource to work with. It is
a resource, and the lovely thing, I mean, when I was saying this in the first hour, if you were buying a paper pad, you get a little bit precious. But with this, because you can print it off over and over again, you can just go for it. Now, I'm going to give you details of the CDs individually, because I know people have been going for these as well. Now, if you would love your farmyard friends, so that's where you're going to find Babe and his mates. It is 855. What other pigs are available, obviously. 855 189, only £12.99. Or you can go for the beautiful woodland wildlife. Pop my teas back in. Teeth. Oh, Rob, I can't even think. 07756 £12.99. Obviously, you can go from individual, but your best money, best saving is in the couple of CDs that you're going to get together, and then you just get everything. Not a choice. Only £21.98. 025615. Right then, Rob, demo time.
Okie dokie.
Little babe.
He's on there. So, a number of ways of doing this. I've printed out off the CD our lovely straw here.
Beautiful.
And the panels to work with. And we can also have our digital one. I've just popped in happy birthday because I'd handwrite, but you could write a greeting in there.
Marvellous.
But we could also work with a template. So I'm going to kind of do a bit of a fusion of the two, if I can, just to show you. So, whoops. I would work with my traditional template here or off of the CD. It's exactly the same thing. If I lay that over, you'll see, so my lines would be in there for drawing out. Yeah. And I could, if I wanted to, make a rectangular section as well on the card.
Oh, I quite like it, though, because you've got the rectangle, or you can pop that in and make the oval.
And go for the oval as well.
That's cool, isn't it? Because it gives you the choice.
And so our next stage would be to cut everything out, and that's what I've gone ahead and done. If I can just pop that on the floor.
Are you done with that
one?
I'm
done with that one, thank you. Okay, and I'm just going to show you
it's a nice card, Rob. It feels lovely.
It is. Now, that's which leads me on to the next thing to say is, what am I printing on? Well, it's 250 GSM Super Smooth card. If that struggles to go through your printer, as I said, you can just score the front with your fingernail like that, and it'll trick it into thinking it's thinner.
Yeah.
Or just work on perhaps 160 GSM.
Wonderful.
And then for cutting out, it's just a rough cutout if we were to go for the straw one, but I'm going to make a combination of the two, and you can see what we're doing. So don't worry about not being very accurate with cutting, because nothing on these CDs really does need that much.
Which is fabulous. And the thing is, even if you are a bit dodgy with your knife,
pop your scissors in if you want to. Just get your scissors in and cut around. I'm just used to this. I know some people are a little, probably not so much into their craft knives, but this could be cut on your guillotine. It's all very, very simple to work with.
And I was going to say, like the inside of your dodgy with your knife and you get little nooks and crannies cut out by accident, if you just go around with your distressing, because it's going to go perfectly with your distress as well. It's brilliant for that.
And this is one of the few times those nooks and crannies actually make it look better. So it's a win-win. Now, so we could make we've got lots of samples on this. I wanted to show you this one. It's the same thing again. I've just cut round my oval by hand. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. If you've got your dies, different sizes and things, there's nothing to stop you doing that. But don't worry if it's not perfect, because it adds this sort of rustic, rural look as well. So I'm going to put a fusion of the two, because I'm going to confess my printer broke. I've got error B200, and it went totally red, and I couldn't print the top bits. But I think it looks quite nice with the straw. So, and that is true. That's a true story. It's not me being lazy. B200, I'll never forget it. I said, why? Why today everyone does? Anyway, I digress. It's always the way, isn't it? So, nice and simple to put together. Now, I'm going to again do a little bit of a fusion. These are our back panels here, and I'll show you how I just line everything up like so, ready to stick on, but we're going to flip that one over to the top there, and this one will slide underneath. But we could, if we wanted to, pop this one on, and I think maybe just for today we will, because all you need to do is then glue that edge and stick that on to there like so, if you want to. So that just rings the change from this morning, and if you're new to looking at it, watching today, this is your first time to see us, I suggest you work with these ones first, because it just guides you. When you've made your first one, think, that's so simple, I know what I'm doing. So without further ado, wet glue, use really whatever you want. I recommend a strong wet glue because these are under pressure. I'm a great lover of tape pens, you know that, but after time they can... Sometimes I find they give up the ghost. And with these cards as well, sorry, but let me just run through. With these cards, before you give it away, if you have the chance to make it up and keep it as a bow card for a couple of days, I can't guarantee this is going to happen for you at home, but most of mine, I found it literally, as I took it out of the envelope, away, but it popped out. And all I had to do was fold the back over because it had this memory.
Okay.
It retains a memory on there as well. Now we're going to pull that piece back because we don't want that to glue on there. And you could have just, I'll just show you, we could have just drawn through there if you wanted to. So that will just slide on into position here. You could, if you want to, just line up your lines there. You'll notice there's a slight gap in there, that's fine. Just rub some of the glue away. As long as it folds, that's fine. Now, this glue gives you time to move things around. Now I'm going to press it, and that will lock into position.
Marvellous.
Make sure our fold line is there. Little bit of a line there, and at this point, we can either pop glue onto here or onto there and pop that down.
Yeah.
But I think we'll just go, we're going to just do a fusion on here, so we'll pop that panel on the back.
Now, if you do want the glue that our Rob's using, you will get 3 tubs of the glue. One of them has got that fantastic fine point, which is really, real handy. And of course, you can mix and match that as well with the other tubes. Really good, strong glue. You can use it for all sorts. Brilliant for your paper crafting, however. £11.99, and it is a nice flexible glue as well. So it will, it'll go on all sorts of different things. You will use it on all sorts of different mediums. Now then, 996448 is your item number for those 3 tubes. You've seen Rob only needs a little bit of this, so that is going to last ages. £11.99.
Yes.
If you do want that template that Rob has mentioned, we have got the templates as well. With the template, you have got the 3 different parts of the templates. So you can, obviously, on the CDs, you're getting your templates cut out. But this is nice because it's going to be there at hand all the time. It's that nice mylar as well, so it means it's nice and sturdy. So dead easy to work around. And you have got the choice as well, whether it's the oval or whether it's a rectangle that you're cutting. 60% of the stock has gone with your template. 842901. It's only £9.99.
And again, full instructions.
Super.
Come with it as well. And it is, I said, these are very, very simple cards to make. When I was making them, I started off making them pop-up cards with elastic bands, and they pulled in on themselves, they collapsed, they did amazing things. And I went back to just doing a lovely, simple by hand, and this little mechanism just came to me a bit like a belt loop, really, just to lock it all into position. And that's what I'm sticking on now. Just going to pop that on there, make sure it can fold like that, that the crease line is just slightly over the edge there, and we're good to flip that over and go for assembly. But before we do that, what I think makes these so special are the end caps here. When you look at the cards, and you see it all lines up beautifully on the top.
Yeah, because it is a nice finishing touch, isn't it?
That is the part that I think just makes it that little bit more special. And if you want to put them on, you don't have to. They work and look beautiful with or without. Then what we're going to do is cut 2 of these, and they fold. One goes one way, one the other. One will go that way, and that one will sit there. So that's the top of the box there, and that's the bottom. So we're laughing because if you joined us this morning, you'll see me just have a
foxed you this morning.
Yeah, I just totally lost it for a second. And
we've all been there, Rob.
Which is odd when you think, designed it, made it.
Isn't it?
Made the movie How to Make It, sung the song, and still managed to get it.
Got all the T-shirts.
Yeah. And again, favouring the wet glue on here, and I'm just going to pop that
really
on.
With the wet glue, it's more of a less is more, isn't it? You know, we were chatting about this the other day with Jodie, actually, and Jodie was saying that people do get a little bit carried away with glue sometimes. Sometimes you don't need to cover everything in glue. Sometimes you only need a bit.
We get what we call, getting a bit scientifically, a bit capillary action. Now, this is very important when we're sticking on the words, because a little bit, as you press it down, spreads out. It pulls it right the way through and draws it across. This is incredibly strong, incredibly sticky, and you'll notice I do seem to think, he's not put enough on there, it's never going to stay on, but it will. It's so strong, and you just don't need that much on there.
And it means it's going to last ages.
It really does. And of course you can use it on all your crafting projects as well. And it's flexible. When it dries, it's flexible, and it strengthens the card. I mean, so it just took so long to manufacture and make this glue. I was so excited about it. I got excited about glue.
Doesn't it?
Oh, it does it, and does it beautifully.
Does the job.
Now, I've made these images on the CD. They're slightly oversized because you might just make your card a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, especially if you are working perhaps with a template.
Yeah.
Just make sure it fits and that everything can fold before you stick it into position. I just went ahead to save a wee bit of time, and I've done that. But that's to warn you, just to say, don't expect to cut them out, they'll fit straight in. You may well just have to, there's a wiggle room built in.
You might have to back it.
That's now covered our work, and you just can't see. Now this is only 120 GSM paper that I printed on, but you cannot see, and those flaps, I must say, they must go on the inside here to work perfectly. I cannot tell you, it took 2 days mathematically working everything out, making it. I made probably upwards of 35, 40 of these, and it would only work properly if you put them in there. No matter how you change the maths or anything. I've had my son tell me.
Just stick them inside.
Stick them, and it'll work beautifully. So, what we're ready to do, now we can pop our little, because you've got the opportunity, let me just, these are on the CD as well, and these just allow us to glue the card into position, and I just put a little bit of glue on there, or tape. Again, I'm using the glue, but if you're a fan of your tape, there's nothing to stop you. In fact, to actually hand it over to the person you're going to give it to, let's pop it on there, I use a little bit of double-sided tape in red, because that way, if I can just show you here, I'll just do one of them. When you make it up, you check everything works, but the person that receives it, if you're going to post it, that's the beauty of this, you can now post these lovely cards in an A5 envelope, a regular letterpost. I pop a little bit of that on there because it's in colour, and it'll just say peel that off. If you want to stick it,
makes it nice and obvious for them.
If they want to take it down, it also says in the instructions, don't stick it into position if you want to.
So it's obvious.
It's nice and obvious. So everything in position, it's that simple. So we're going to just pretend we're sending it to someone and just checking everything works. That folds over, we just a little belt loop through there, and then just rest that one up there, and last one, and this is, I'm going to try and show you the whole thing at once.
We're ready.
Thumb on there, pull that, card goes to the shape there, I'll just flip that up with my thumb, that just rests under there, that little flap holds it there, and we pop that on. And now, we just, on a nice flat surface, push that down there. Again, you could glue that if you wanted to. And again here, just show you, you pop that down.
Fabulous.
And that could be glued into position. And you can have a little peek, you know, if I pushed it far enough or too far. That looks lovely. I'm happy with that. And I could, of course, had a piggies on the top, but I've gone for straw.
I like that. I like the combination.
I do. It's a nice mix of farmyard.
It's a heady combination. I love that. Now, you can decorate it however you fancy. Remember, if you wanted to, you can personalise it. The choice is yours. It feels really sturdy as well because of the design, because of the way it's put together. That's marvellous. Thank you very much, Rob. Lovely. Now, I'm going to let you set up for another demonstration.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to remind you some of the goodies that we've got on the show. So, first of all, remember, these are the bits and bobs that are left, because we did in the first hour have so many sellouts. Now, if you'd love this die set, you've got the beautiful rose. You've also got that fabulous trellis. Now, if you'd like to get hold of these, just £17.99. That's your price. And there is a freedom price with these as well. The freedom price, just £16.99. That's 707285 is your item number. Really elegant dies. And good standalone dies as well. Remember, the template is to cut out the perfect aperture for that beautiful rose. OK, templates. So this is the template. So on the CDs, you will get this. Obviously, you'll have to print it out, so it's in digital form, not plastic, of course. If you're buying this, it's a nice, sturdy template. So it's the Mylar, so it's going to be nice, sturdy. It means it's going to last. You are getting the full template there. You're then getting full instructions. So it does mean Rob is going to take you through step by step, really easily, to put that together, to make those fantastic cards. And the nice thing about this, you then coordinate it with your different dies. You've got photographs that you might be using. You might be using the CD, of course. The choice is yours. You might be using the gorgeous dies. They're the dies that we did sell out in the first hour. And the lovely thing is, you'll mix and match. So the template you'll use for, I love that one, the squirrel with the smiley face. I think that's so cute. So you will mix and match this. Because obviously once you've got the template, it's completely up to you how you want to use that. Now then, if you want to go for that, it is 842901, but almost 2/3 of the stock has now gone with the template. You can use it over and over and over again. 842901 is your item number. Now, the beautiful CD-ROMs, if you do want the CD-ROMs, there's so much on these. Do check out on the website at hochanda.com. That's where you're going to get everything. And look, that tells you all about Mr. Robert Adams. Doesn't it just? And then, of course, you've got all the gorgeous elements that Rob has brought in today. You've got the glue. You've got different CDs. So have a look. Maybe it's CDs that you've missed in the past. Do have a look on the website because they're all there. And there's more dies as well, actually, at the bottom there. So do have a little look-see, see if there's something you fancy in Rob's other collections. But this is the brand new collection. And seriously, this is brand new. It is very hot off the press, is this one. It's giggling, we know. Oh yes. It is very new indeed. I love it. I can't believe, I mean, the imagery is incredible, and these have been drawn by Rob, whether it be in acrylic and oil or whether it be digital. They've all been hand drawn by Rob, which is absolutely sensational. I must admit, I do like showing you the print-offs because I think this just gives you an idea of just some of the imagery that you're going to see on there. So you do get your toppers. It's up to you. You might be using these in the beautiful shape cards. You might be using them on, oh, it could be anything, couldn't it? You might be making lovely calendars with these. They might be for other beautiful cards all together. See, I mean, he could be anything. He could be singing, he could be shouting. It's up to you. So you've got that stunning selection of imagery. You've then got the instructions for the cards. You've then got so many papers. I mean, the papers alone are absolutely magnificent. And you've got animals, you've got beautiful backgrounds. I mean, they are really effective. So that one is your beautiful farmyard friends. We've then got on the second CD, we have got your woodland wildlife. And with your woodland wildlife, you're getting your lovely, gorgeous fox, which is incredible. Again, you get your instructions, and then you get all these beautiful images. See, you've got the owls, you've got the stunning hare there, the lovely otters, the hedgehog. Oh, two hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are ace, aren't they? I love hares. I must admit, I love hares.
I do as well.
I love hares.
And I've tried to paint it as you'd see them in nature. Slightly
wild.
Wild.
Yeah. I think, yeah, they are wild. And they're just, I think they're quite elusive, aren't they? You just don't see many wild hares. And I think that's why I love them. They're a little bit magical. Now, beautiful. And the papers. The papers on this one are just sense. I love that. They're really nice, the papers. I love the colour palette. Let me show you some goodies you can do. You see, look at this. Look at that Kingfisher paper. Look at the colour. The colour is divine. Now, that's your envelope. So like Rob was saying, you can make your gorgeous envelopes. You can make gift bags to go with these. I mean, that's a beautiful gift bag that can go with it. Again, the colour is just absolutely incredible. You can make gift bags. You get loads of different templates. And that is a gift bag. All it needs to do is fold in. You can see the score lines there. It's going to fold in and give you that beautiful gift bag. You can make different gift bags. Again, because you are getting the papers, you can do whatever you want. But of course, it is all about those the bush. I love that in my head. We're all in cuddles, lots of cuddles. See, I love the little pigs. Absolutely exquisite. All of these and much more, because you might be using the CDs, you might be putting your own pictures in there, but you might be using the images for something completely different. The choice is, as ever, yours. Now, if you'd love to go for this collection, 025615, that's your item number. All available now for a mere £21.98. You are saving £4. I tried to sneak off them. Now then, if you do want them individually for £12.99, we've got them. 077866 is your item number. This is the Woodland Wildlife, which is stunning. That's the one where you're going to get your gorgeous hares. You've also got We're going to farm, our farmyard friends, 855 189, only £12.99. Beautiful CDs, fantastic imagery, and really, really useful. The tools, so these are tools. OK then, Rob, we're back.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Are we going to the computer or rolling straight into another demo?
Let's have a look at the PC. Let's have a look at some of the
We'll
goodies.
have a look at the wildlife one, and again follows in a very similar suit. You notice with the layout that we have our images, our backing papers, our templates and our boxes. So we'll just very, very quickly dive in. Those are our bow card wildlife images, and note that means that it fits into the size of the bow front card for us. As we've got our different animals, here's our hare, and so he's slightly dishevelled. And I love them as well. And do you know, I've lived on Dartmoor and I have never seen one in real life. And it's so interesting you saying that, the magical aspect. I've seen plenty of owls and frogs.
Do you know, I've only seen one
otters,
in...
but never ever a hare.
I've never seen otters, but I've seen a hare in Whittlesey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Whittlesey, of all places. Well, it's that empty and stark, isn't it? That it had nowhere to hide, let's face it. There's nowhere to hide in Whittlesey.
And if you live there, I'm sure you love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to have good walks. But it was like, yeah, it had nowhere. And I'd never seen a hare before, and I thought, oh, I don't know if that rabbit's all right. It looks really funny. And then I realised it's because it wasn't a rabbit. But it did look really funny. It were taller, and it walks funny. It like, you know how rabbits sort of boing? Well, it were kind of more walking on four legs, if you will. That's why I thought it real. I thought it'd been run over or something. I've got a terrible imagination, so I were worried for it. But actually, it were a hare. But they've got longer limbs, haven't they?
Yes.
It's stunning.
And they're slightly taller as well, I think, the way they hold themselves.
And they don't burrow the same, do they? They stay above ground, I think, don't they, to have the children house?
I don't know.
I think, but I might be wrong.
I would have thought they burrowed because knowing how most things are trying to eat them.
Yeah, but I think I think that's where it's a problem with the habitat.
Yes, possibly. But are found in the woodlands as well. I mean, I've called this woodlands, but we have the borders with I call the hinterland between the wood and the fields in that lovely area. So all these animals are based on personal observations, having been very lucky to live on there. Sorry, I ran through the images there.
No, that's good. That's what we need.
As we were chatting away, backing papers again, a lovely eclectic collection of different colours. We've talked about seasons and themes and different ones. Here we've got sleepy otters. Something I'd like to think for everyone, and wildlife is a wonderful... we've talked about flowers as being a universal element in card making. I think animals and wildlife spreads across. My teenage son's mad about 101 different things, but they still love anything to do with wildlife. It draws them in.
I love the colours of it as well. This one, I think it's stunning.
Again,
look at that, that's beautiful.
Just gone for our sort of autumn leaf look.
I love that. You know, in autumn when the sun comes bursting into trees, it's beautiful.
Through to there's some photographs in here. I'm a great fan of texture and the woods.
Yeah, that's nice.
Great for working with the template, because although we've got a digital template on here and you can use that, as we've mentioned, I sometimes like to just pick up the template and craft, because I haven't had to switch anything on or get error B200 on my printer when I need it the most. I'm not bitter at all. So very quickly, if I can just click onto here, just something I wanted to say, little public information. Oh no, I can't do it on this, sorry, but just to say, when it prints, because we're in display mode, make sure you've got it set to actual size if you're using the templates, because otherwise if it tries to scale it up or down, if it does it all, it'll just slightly mismatch everything. So make sure it's on actual size. I can't show you that, sorry, because we're in there's no print menu. Actually, can I, sorry, I just want to try Control P. It might just be able to cheat the system.
Bear with, I don't know if I'm going to sneeze.
No, it won't. Okie dokie, so that's everything on there for us, and really roll up our sleeves and probably make a card. That'd be the best.
Sorry, I didn't know if I had a sneeze coming on there. I meant to tell you the details of the template, but I couldn't say anything because I didn't know what was going to happen in my head. If you do want that template, it's all a bit of And, you know, sneezers, you don't want them to pop out when you're showering on, do you? Now, that template, almost 70% of the stock has gone. It has been dead busy, that. It's a really handy template, great price, and something you're going to use over and over and over again. 842901. OK, then. Oh, Rob, the gorgeous
Righty-ho, the kingfisher.
This is another one of those elusive, phenomenal creatures, isn't it?
Yeah, luckily enough, I have seen one. It's at what was our wildlife sanctuaries. It had a stream running through the middle. And to see them in real life, a beautiful, beautiful bird. The colours, you've got to see it in the sunlight if you ever get the chance.
They are stunning, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Peterborough, if you go where Rowan Lake is, they have kingfishers around there. I've only seen them a few times, but it's right cool. You feel like you've been.
You're at one with nature.
Yeah, you feel like you've been blessed.
So I printed off our template here.
Beautiful.
That's the main parts there. Start off with this for your first card at least, because it's got everything where to glue it. Then we've got our sections here, the lovely cap ends that are in like log style. We've got our covers here, and again, text editable. You can delete this if you don't want it, or put your own message in as well. Just highlight it and take it away. And then our main part here, which again, there's a cut line in here, and we just do a U cut here. Full instructions come with it, and there's a video tutorial.
Super.
If you have a little look and follow that through.
Okay.
And so I have gone through most of the stages here, and what I've done is just cut a little slot out there, but a single line will do it. But I think if you're starting off, if you're trying to fiddle, or even on live TV, it would be easier to... and then I'm just cutting around here, and that's what I love, or using your scissors, just a really rough cut.
Excellent.
And that will then
just... good wobbly line is fine.
A good wobbly line is what you need most of all. And again on here, I will score that before I cut it. So a little score here. I tend to use the back of my scalpel, but that can actually damage the surface of the paper and just make it lift. Although the glue will actually heal that, and you won't notice it. And again, if you find folding a little bit problematic, I tend to just bring this up here, pop the ruler down onto the line, and just run my fingers there. And ultimately, we want that to fold to the back there, so that will go like so. And last but not least, and I'm going to freehand this because it really doesn't matter, just a little cut in there with my knife, like so, but not down there.
Yes.
And then but you will do it. Okay, so that lies down there like so, and then we will have our... we've got our other side, which I do believe I'm going to have to cut out, or have I done that already? Oh, there it is. It's hiding under there. So I'm just going to line up my ducks, as they say. I'll pop that one to there, and that is going to, though it says glue there, will fit there. And, you know, I had this all lovely lined up. If not, I will cut another one. No, I've got a side.
Has it gone somewhere safe, Rob?
Gone somewhere safe.
Somewhere safe.
No, because I was in two minds. I was going to do this or a small card, but I thought, no, I'll go on the larger one. Not to worry. What I'm going to do is simply cut one out of here. Now, this is thinner paper, so that'll do the job for us, I'm sure.
Okay.
Until the other one turns up.
So when you print this off, it does say really obviously, really plainly cut the panels in half.
Yes.
So it has got really obvious instructions in there. But remember, you do get your video tutorial as well, so it'll take you through step by step. Even if you're right, beginner level at this, you'll definitely be able to do that.
And you can cut just inside of the line. Most of that will disappear when you cut as well. And I'll just pop that to one side. Okay, and line everything up. So just a little neat enough, tidy up there. So what we're going to do is just pop that one. Is going to sit, over on top
and
there.
It's obvious because you need to be able to read the writing on that one, don't
and then
you?
that one goes, as long as that's this side. And if you wanted to use one with the words, that's why I thought I had two. If you want to use this one, again, just cut that out. And again, doing that by hand. All it is a little sort of belt loop, really, or a saddle, just to hold it.
Super.
And just pop that there, and then that will glue straight onto there like so. But again, recommending on your first one that, you know, if you're feeling happy, let's just go for it. So, gluing time. Any glue of your choice. I'm obviously using my wet glue here, but you could use your pen if you wanted. Take pens. As I was just saying earlier, though, I do find I'm just going to pop that up so it doesn't glue down, and just line that up top and bottom there.
Marvellous.
And then I can just give that a second, put some pressure on it, just make sure it folds, which I did check visually before I put the pressure on.
Yeah, because you need to make sure you've lined it up properly, don't you?
Don't worry if there's a little hole in it, that's fine, that's never going to show, that's just part of it, but you don't want that to stick down. Yeah. And on this one, I'm going to go for that backing panel, so what I'll do is just glue onto here.
It could be rude not to.
I think so.
I would definitely recommend getting hold of that glue as well. The glue you are getting, your 3 tubes. I do like that ultra fine nozzle.
Yes.
It's cracking
and
as that, Rob.
We've also enlarged this one to a much. You're now getting 50ml, and it's a much easier to squeeze bottle than the small, which is why I've gone bigger. It's a lot squidgier. Because the small one was squidgy, but because of the scale, it was harder. So it's much easier to control the glue coming out. So I recommend that.
I mean, you get your really fine nozzle, but I presume like that one's interchangeable, isn't it? So once one runs out, will you be able to put that one on the others?
Well, what you do is you unscrew it, and I squeeze it from the bigger, that's sort of for larger areas, and just keep refilling it from the big one.
Okay.
So I keep one as a refill, and one just, I chop the nib off for slightly more glue if I've got big areas to glue.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
But to be honest, I find it's useful just refilling that from here. I use this now, this nozzle for everything. It seems to work so well. I thought, do you know what? Because you need so little glue, you don't need to, as we were saying, you don't need too much of it, and it is so strong.
If you do want that, the details are there for you. £11.99 with that superb precision tip. Again, fantastic glue. I can't see that. My eyes, that's me cold. If you do want the glue, it is fantastic value for money.
Okay, this is going to go onto the this one's going to go onto the top, so we're looking down like so. Bit of glue along there, and again, what I love about this, especially for me, I can just wiggle it around. I'm happy. Is that there? That looks pretty good. And when I want to commit, and only then, a little bit of pressure, just a couple of seconds, the heat from your hand and the pressure, this will absorb into both surfaces, and then it'll just strengthen and lock.
Super.
Now this one I just wanted to show you cutting, because I know people don't like cutting. Not everyone, but a lot of people think, oh, it's a curve, am I going to be okay? Pair of scissors and just work, or a craft knife, but I actually like using my scissors. I'm just going to show you, you don't have to be uber neat. It can just be however you want to go.
Especially again because it is the bark, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Also, what's so lovely about this, and is that it's quite forgiving. As it wraps round, it hugs the contours as well. So please don't worry if you say, oh, I'm not so good at cutting, it's not going to look great. It'll look lovely. Now this one goes, we want it to look that away, so we're going to fold it. I'm having one of those moments again. We're going to fold it so that it glues like that. I did.
It is funny. I tell you what though, Rob, we'll do that at home. You know, it's one of them where you'll go, hold on a minute. Hold on. Need to have a cheeky thing. But you do. And you do, whenever you're making things, you do need to. Sometimes the amount of things that fox me that I've made 50 million times.
In a way, it's counterintuitive because we normally mirror everything we make as we craft, but because we want to look in and get the lovely view, you have to kind of do it slightly differently. Okay, so our cards are ready. What we're going to do is pop in the star of the show, and this we're going to have our lovely image. And again, I'm just going to check because I said this will be printed oversized. You can see, I need to trim it a wee bit, and that's why I'm actually showing on this one sort of a live demo. And I've put my ruler down there. Don't be afraid to take a little bit more than you think you might need, because it sits within, we look through the aperture of the card, and so just belt and braces. I'm going to take a wee bit off there anyway. But of course, we're using and working with the CDs. Ultimately, you could put family members, pets, all sorts of things. These cards are truly quick and easy to make and look amazing, because I think it's, and the hardest part, I believe, it was designing these caps and everything to fit the top of the cards.
Yeah, it's getting the things to actually...
That's what makes it so unique, because when it's, after it's posted, you can think, well, how can, you know, it just, you go, wow, well, that's so three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Make sure that folds. I've got a nice little gap in there to make sure that does. So what I'm going to do now, last but not least, our little bits. Oh, look, I carefully kept them to there. I will pop these on.
Hey, you look here, they're on my side, Rob, you could have lost them.
I meant to warn you, so I popped them behind you.
Stick to my elbow.
Why I like popping these on, even if you're not going to glue them, they lock the card a little bit. They just kind of hold it into position. And again, while I've got a moment, just to show you, you don't want to go over the edge because they're square against a slight curve. Don't be worried if they just drop in about a millimetre that way.
Okay.
But it'll all work. Again, really forgiving. I'm going to drop a little bit of card so we don't get it onto the image. Actually, no, again, it's not reversed, is it? So I pop that on there and then just slide it into position. Give it a second just to hold. So we are ready for our final assembly. And what I do is we make it up at this stage. I would pop on a little bit of double-sided tape if I was sending it off to someone so they could glue it if they wanted to. But
okay.
We will leave that for the moment. Obviously at this point you check that that's going to fit through there, he said. Just about, a little bit tight, that one, but that's fine. And this is... well, it's popped itself up, or it's done it already. And then I just pop my finger in there and pop it like so.
That's easy.
What I will tend to do is just lock and make sure that crease is nice and tight there.
Yep.
Don't worry about bending that as it slides in, and that one goes on there.
Fabulous.
And again, we're ready just to, on a flat surface, pop that down. You can feel it. The trick is not to go too far, because we don't want it to go beyond. And it's really the top. The bottom isn't so critical, but again we can fiddle around with that. And we get a lovely top there and a beautiful card. We could put our greetings on, but we'd just flatten that. We're going to take it down to its next stage anyway after that.
Gorgeous. So there you go. There he is, sneaking through the aperture. It is our lovely little kingfish. I wish they were that easy to see. Now, if you would love to go for these, you have got your double CD-ROM with all those beautiful images, with all those fantastic papers, and they're easy to make some really extraordinary cards. 025615. Now then, from tonight, we are launching a brand new event. It's all to do with our freedom. If you want to be a freedom member and join in with this event this evening, then please make sure you become a freedom member. Now the freedom member will get your fantastic unlimited postage. That's a big deal for me. You've got your members discounts, you've got your members badge, you've got your monthly newsletter. Now to join freedom, it is $6.97 a month. It's 888-888, and that means tonight it is our freedom Freedom Flash Save. I have to say it fast. Freedom Flash Save. It is our Freedom Flash Save. That event is this evening, and it does kick off at 6 o'clock this evening. Be part of our Hochanda Freedom. It is all, for me, it's all about saving money on your P&P. It's a massive, massive deal. But in that Flash Save, we have got some fantastic discounts, so do make sure you tune in for that. Now, before we get back to our Rob, I know we haven't got tons of time. I'm going to tell you about the beautiful template that you can make some extraordinary cards. And you see, it does allow you to create gorgeous apertures, different apertures, whether it's a rectangle, whether or not you are using the elements from your CD-ROM. The choice is yours, but obviously your template will help you do this. And look at that gorgeous, gorgeous rose as well on there. Now, if you would love your template, it has been really, really busy, so please make sure you go for this. It's only £9.99. That is 842901. That's your item number if you'd love to go for that one. Now, The beautiful oval rose. With the oval rose, you will have seen this on a few of those cards that I've just teased, actually. It's a lovely die. You get in the oval rose, you get the template so the rose sits perfectly in your card and don't fall through the centre. You've got the beautiful little rose buds, and then you've got the trellis. The trellis can stay in the card, you can cut it out of the card. So again, you can create so many different looks, and you can see that trellis cutting out of the card there. Again, really elegant, loads of things you can do with this, and it is one that you'll use for so many different colours. I mean, look at that with the rose, and that's showing the aperture that you're creating with that template, which is absolutely perfect. Isn't that pretty? Now, you have got with this one, I'll just show you them actually, you have got your freedom price. So it means that price, isn't that elegant? It means that price drops to £16.19 for our freedom members. No postage, remember, freedom members. And that's 707285 for those. Now, check out the website, hochanda.com. That's where you can place your orders, or of course you can give us a ring. It is 09056 480 480. If there's any questions, actually I will ask Rob in a second. I'm not sure if this is the last hour, but if there is anything you fancy, put it in your basket, check that basket out, don't miss out on anything. It is hochanda.com. Is this your last hour?
It is, yes, sorry, that card there. Just a couple of things, yes, if I may. Because I know time is running out on this.
It is, and we need to talk about the CDs.
The CDs, but very quickly, we can make small little cards. I was going to do a demo with that. And although everything's at the back, you can do decoupage, but we've also got, and I'm going to show you here, you can actually bring an element here. We're using a pop-up element as well.
And that is using, obviously, the template from the CD, but using it in a different way entirely.
Absolutely.
Same with this. It's from the CD, but using the papers. From the CD, little books.
Yes.
I mean, this is it. It's so phenomenal what you can actually achieve.
Create little stationery sets, calendars. It's lovely because, again, I love these cards. I've designed and developed them, but you can make regular cards as well. I know that's an obvious thing to say, but sometimes we get so carried away because, wow, this is lovely. But there'll be times where you can just use the images to make yourself a lovely card as well.
I love that. Sorry, I know I'm holding on to the goat, but I love the goat. There's something I really love about goats. Yeah, there's so much you can do. I mean, I'm just going to try and show as many as I can because they're all so different. And it's up to you how you decorate them as well. You can get really carried away.
And this is the lovely thing. All those crafting goodies you've stashed away can all come out now. You can make them a very simple card. You can work with it straight off the CD, all the type, all the lettering, all generated for you. Or you can start combining a fusion of dyes with that, or just any other elements you want to, beads. That is the beauty of it. Regular card, albeit our lovely bow front card.
Yeah, absolutely. And the images are just lovely. The background paper is stunning. Okay, we've only got seconds left. Please check out your baskets if you want these. Stunning artwork, of course, by Rob, which is just incredible. And that can be yours. All that work, all that time, all that effort, and it can be yours for just £21.98. 025615. Thank you ever so much, Rob. Your artwork is absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Stunning work. When you're back with us, Rob?
It's going to be March. We're looking at a date.
Oh, we've got ages.
You've got a little bit of a wait and something fun and exciting, and my head's already spinning of new things.
Fabulous.
As well.
That's it, isn't it? From one thing right on to another. Check your baskets out. Don't miss out. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
See you later. Coming up next, we have got that groovy Celtic, one day special Celtic. Then we've got Craft Price Drop, and then we've got Daisy Jewels and Crafts, MDF and stencils.
Hello, my name's Catherine Sturrock and I bring to Hochanda my company Character Crafts. Character Crafts brings to you our laser cut designs. Each design is designed by myself. We cut them on the laser machines here in Doncaster and bring the products to you at home. Character Crafts is suitable for all ages and all abilities, so I hope that I can inspire you and help you along with your crafting. I like to show you how to use different paint techniques and different techniques to bring the characters alive, and use various mediums to decorate and I also use air dry clay for decorating with the flowers. So make sure you look out for the character craft shows on Hochanda. I hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, and I'm really pleased to have been asked to join the family at Crafter's Companion and subsequently join the family at Hochanda. So I've been stitching for, well in excess of 55 years. I know, how frightening is that? But you know, along that way, I've learned so many different things. I've learned shortcuts, I've been inspired, I've learned how to do different techniques and different designs and different styles. So many things. It's been an exciting time, and all during that time I've stitched and created, and I really can't wait to share this with you all at Hochanda. I would be very happy if you joined me on my shows on Hochanda and learn along with me.
Sheena Douglas brings us a stunning new stamp collection from her Little Bit Sketchy range. These hand-drawn stamps consist of beautiful flowers and foliage, as well as inspirational quotes throughout. These wonderful stamps are ideal for enhancing any craft project. So join us on the 26th of January at 6 p.m. for the UK TV launch.
Hello everybody, so you're joining us for the one-day special. Now, we always say the one-day special's around while stocks last or for 24 hours. Unfortunately, the one-day special has gone. I'm sorry, but we have one person to blame, and that's this lady here. Doing too good a job showing off the one-day special.
I think it was a team effort that you know, so...
Joke aside, it was an amazing one-day special.
It was. The design, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Anybody who's got this, you know, well done, yes.
You're going to love it, you really will. But please don't feel you're missing out, because we've got some great things to show you this out, and Marie's got you some fantastic inspirations, which I always love your inspirations.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So it's going to be good. Right, now, starting here, so talk to us. What are we looking at?
Right, okay, so this is Tina's 3D butterflies and flowers. This is just the most fabulous collection of blooms and foliage. This is a must-have plate, really, for embellishments. We can 3D with it, as was intended, or we can use it here. Josie's work here. Josie has just kind of cut her design in two there, and then she's used one of the blooms in one side of the design, so that's, you know, one level, one layer, okay? And then Tina's work here. So Tina has used it to embellish in coordination with one of the other plates that we've got on here as well. You can see those are 3D. There's a couple of layers there of the dark colour parchment, and she's coloured as well. They're just beautiful. They really are.
Now, you touched on the fact that mixing the different elements from different plates, and that is the beauty of the Groovy system, because you have got so much versatility. The inspirations are stunning.
Yeah, I mean, the team have loved this. They really have. So this one here, this is Jane Telford. Again, you know, this is just so clean looking, isn't it? You know, Jane's done a lovely frame here with some traditional parchment work, grid work, and then she's used just a couple of butterflies and flowers and leaves just to embellish. Really, just stunning.
Another one from Josie.
Yeah, Josie here. So again, bit of a centerpiece there. Again, mixing and matching with other plates. We've got the 3D, and we've got, you know, one layer around the edges there as well. Beautiful work, a little bit of colour, a little bit of white work.
Now, for some reason, this inspiration from Tina reminds me of Wimbledon. I don't know why.
Okay.
Getting that?
Is that the net?
Yeah, I'm just thinking the net, the
go.
colours. That's lovely.
Maybe we'll have a game of tennis then across the counter if we sell out of anything else.
That's a good idea.
There's no singing or dancing, no.
Oh, okay.
But I'm better at tennis than I was singing and dancing.
Okay,
so we'll be all right.
We're going to have to test it out. Details are on your screen right now. $14.99, and you have got so much to play with here. A great addition to your Groovy system. If you're looking for this plate, your item number is 528301. Next, we've got the landscapes and skylines. Beautiful. Again, so
this is a little bit of an unsung hero for me. It really is. I'm going to demo this. It's brilliant. I want to show how we can use this just on its own to make a really beautiful scene. We can mix it and match it. We've got a really cool gentleman's collection, which one of the elements is on this first sample from Jane.
Do you, or do you know somebody who struggles? Because it's a question we get here a lot. Masculine cards. We struggle for masculine cards.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is so cool. Now, it doesn't just have to be for guys, can we just say?
Not at all.
Beautiful, though. It's really got, if you want to turn it vintage and era, I just think a skyline is quite an iconic image, and it's a great starting point. Very much
so. And we've got various on there as well. You can see Jane, she's one of the skylines, and the aeroplane from the gentleman's collection.
Love that.
Just
background paperwork too.
Yes, indeed.
Very nice.
You spotted that.
Becca?
And then this is our Becca. So again, what Becca's done here is she's got the skyline,
nice.
and she's used the, dare I mention it, a couple of the elements from the sold out one day special.
Well, just saying. So what great, then creating that fireworks feel. What about this? Now, this is using the skyline, rather than having it in the foreground, now pulling it back to the background equally as effective.
Very much so. I say this plate is really cool because we give you the elements like the skylines and the various landscapes and the road and the trees and so forth for you to just build a scene. And you can go all out. You know, Amanda here, she's got a couple of different, you know, the rooftops and so forth, and then the windy road as well. You can go simple, or you can really just keep adding layers on there. It's up to you.
Works so well. Amanda, have you used a bit of a cheeky sparkle overlay as well? Very nice. Love that. Really nice. Such usable plates. Oh, Josie. Stop it. Look at that.
Yeah, so again, you can see that we've got the trees in the background and the windy road. And then Josie's used a couple of plates from the gentleman's collection there as well. But alternatively, you know, you can use this on its own to create a really beautiful scene as well.
Love it. Absolutely love it. $14.99 your price, and you're getting this wonderful plate. Your item number is 635108. Love it. And we will be seeing this in demonstration. I cannot wait. Okay, now we've got Tina's Tag and Corners #1, I believe.
Tag and henna, is it?
Oh, henna corners. Sorry, I heard tag. Henna corners. That makes a lot more sense. I'll turn up my talker. Look at this, though.
You threw me then.
This is stunning.
Yeah,
I always know I haven't said something right when the guest looks at me like. Talk to me about this one.
Okay, this is Linda Page. So you've got this really beautiful mandala here. Now this is fabulous. You know, this can be like a snowflake or a traditional kind of henna, or it can be just like a big bloom. It just has so many different looks depending on how much of the mandala that you use. But again, the other elements here, Sylvia has also used some of the various kind of swirly corners on there as well. There's a lot on this plate, and the more you look at it, the more you see some very, very cool ways of using this plate. We've
just seen, look, we're going through, so that was the first one we showed you. Now here, I'm going to show you 3 or 4 inspirations, every one totally different. And that's a huge compliment to the plate.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Josie, lovely and colourful.
Oh, Josie, that is stunning. Using some embellishments in the mix, and then I just can't believe every inspiration's so different. Now look at that.
Very much so. So this is Karen, just white, no colour, just white. How gorgeous is that?
Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely work, by the way. Embossed work there. Really,
Karen
really nice.
does very, very beautiful white work. She's just stunning. Really is.
And what about if you wanted maybe for a special occasion? How about
Yeah,
that?
how about that?
Oh.
Gale Sydenham.
Oh.
Again, how beautiful. This is on black parchment.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that
Golden wedding,
incredible?
maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, that is stunning. And finally, let's just show you Amanda.
There we go. And then mixing it up, this is Amanda. And you can see all the lovely bright colour behind there as well.
Beautiful.
This is one of our backing papers,
which are
one of our
New ones.
parchments as well.
Yeah.
Really stunning. Beautiful.
$14.99 your price. Your item number is 965141. Love that. All right, now we've got number 2, inspired with the henna inspiration. So,
Yep.
talk us through this.
So again, this is a companion to number 1, and again we've got borders on here, we've got corners on there, we've got swirly elements. They really are a fabulous pair. You know, they are a really good
Work
team.
well together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tina's done a beautiful job of this. And this first sample, this is one of Tina's here. So she's used one of the sort of floral swirly elements, and then a couple of the borders. Put those together. Beautiful.
Now one from Josie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Again, so just some colour behind there from one of our parchments and papers, and then some white work, and she's just built up a really nice kind of frame. There we go. More from Tina. Look at this.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
so what
lovely.
we've got here is, you know, in the corners there, Tina's used one of the elements from the henna plate, and within the circle there, can you see the henna swirly part there? Isn't that beautiful?
Stunning. And what about this one?
There we go. So this is, I think this is Jane Telford's. So Jane,
It is,
it?
yeah.
There you go. So Jane has used one of the borders here, and she's done some white work and some cut in there as well. So you can see the lovely mirror board showing through there.
Got to show you just 2 more very quickly because they are great.
There we go. This is Chris Walker. So again, actually, I think that might be. Oh yeah, henna corners too. Yes, there we go. So the swirly element above and below the wording, that's from the henna
And
too.
look at this is from Karen.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, look at that.
That is a statement, isn't it?
That is.
Absolutely gorgeous. But you could just pick out elements of that. It's a really big corner piece, but you could just pick out little bits of it to fill a frame or so forth.
Stunning, stunning, stunning. $14.99 your price, 370940 your item number. You can always have. Oh, by the way, we have got a starter kit for you. Take a look at this. So this is your starter kit. Starter kit is a great way, obviously, to get started. Everything you need to join the Groovy family. $49.99, and I tell you, it's a hobby, a craft that everyone can enjoy, and that is the beauty of the Groovy system. So you're getting the working ball tools in there. You're getting the plates. You're getting plate mate as well, which is so important. You're getting parchment. It is such a great starter kit. £25, 2 flexi payments, 587-104 your item number. Traditionally, parchment craft took years and years and years and years to master. It really did. Really steep learning curve.
Yes.
Groovy system only been around for 2 years, and suddenly it's opened up parchment craft to everybody.
It has, because what it's done, it's enables us to just overcome the first obstacle, which is to transfer some really nice artwork onto the parchment, to then be able to take it to the level that you're happy with, whether it be white work, or whether it should be colouring, or cut work, or whatever it may be. So now all of a sudden we've got the first stage done. So, and what it's done is help people build their confidence to then, and it's made them hungry to learn the traditional techniques as well, and to really progress.
It's actually balanced really well, because I know a lot of traditional crafters, parchment crafters, have embraced the Groovy system, but traditionally a lot of people who start with the Groovy system then progress on to learn, like you're saying, the traditional
Very much
technique.
so. It's literally people from either end of the spectrum are coming, and they're meeting in the middle, and it's fabulous.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, what are we going to be doing?
Okay, right, so we're changing things around a little bit, because things have changed a little bit, haven't they? So what we're going to do, we're going to, if I lift that up, can you, there we go. So we're going to demo this, but we're going to ignore the frame.
Okay.
Ignore the frame.
Not going to have a frame. Okay.
So the scene inside, and we've got the octagon nested extension plate here. We're going to use that to make a frame.
Lovely.
And I really wanted to use that lovely landscape and skyline plate just on its own to create a scene. Okay. So so we want a frame first of all. So we have the octagons here, all right, and I'm going to sit it in the just sold out.
Oh, yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, we're not mentioning that. Okay. Here we go. So some A4 parchment then, and I'm going to give that a little rub with tumble dryer sheet so that my tool will glide nicely around. Okay. And I'm going to secure that down with a couple of groovy tabs. Those are in the accessory pack, which comes with some parchment and the groovy guard as well. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, this, I see so many yourself. I know that Rosella loves working with it, Barbara loves with Tina. I mean, it really does help with when you're working.
Yes, it does. I mean, especially if you've got, you know, sort of any sort of your natural oils on your hands, you know, even if you've got clean hands, your natural oils, you can transfer that to the parchment, but also it can help you focus on a particular area, and also if you hold it down while you work, you can get nice even pressure to stop the parchment lifting up or anything like that as well. All right, so a little frame then to begin with. So I'm going to go with the smallest and the second to largest of the octagons. Okay, so nice pressure. The tool that I'm using is my 1mm Pergamano ball tool, which is in the pack that we've got on the show. Okay, if you are just starting out, then you'll be using the number 1 tool from the starter kit. Okay, but that's in the instructions. So you don't need to remember that. You know, everything that I talk about with the starter kit will be in your instructions and your project sheet and your starter kit. There we go. So nice even pressure around there, and that also helps to stay within the grooves as well.
Do you know what always amazes me is how quickly you can build up a composition with the groovy system. It all comes together so quickly.
It does, and especially when you have any of these frames, it's amazing. What I do sometimes, if I've got some spare time and I don't know what I'm going to do, I just make a lot of frames and then decide. And all of a sudden, you've got something straight away. You've got a border, you need to pop something in there. You've got a focal, you need to pop something in there. It really does help, and it really extends what you can do with your plates when you've actually got some shapes to put them in as well.
We talk about versatility as crafters. It's something I know all of us as presenters, we say it again and again and again. You want something that's versatile, has a multiple uses. Here, just looking at your starting point with the frame. So, any of your plates, and this is the beauty of the groovy system, any element, any image you can put anywhere. Here, you can put lettering around the outside, you can put floral detail around the outside, you can start to work on your cutting, you can emboss. I mean, it's a great starting point.
It is, and in actual fact, when we get done with this demo, if we've got time, what I did in between shows, I wanted to work on every single plate that we've got left on the show, and I've done something just quick so I can show just a few little things and incorporating everything, and you'll see the different looks that we can achieve. You have actually, you have my little head down working away. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Right, here we go. So nice and easy then. So what I need first of all, I want to have this road. Okay, so I'm going to pop this about here. Now this doesn't meet, I'm not worried about that at the moment because I'm going to make it meet. Okay, so I'm going to secure that down.
Lovely.
Okay, and then I'm going to pop my windy road.
Anyone just starting out, would you say the light panel is an essential, or is it something that, I know obviously it's a great light panel. You can use the system without, but it makes a big difference having it.
Yeah, it does. Okay, we had the system for 12 months before we had a light source, and it was okay. It was then when we got the light panel and we used it, and it was like, oh, this is...
moment,
but no, when you're starting out, you want to prioritise. We've all got a budget, and this isn't your essential. It's a desirable. It's one to then move on to. As you realise that groovy is something that you're going to do for a long time, and you're going to get a lot of joy out of it, then it's one to say, right, okay, you know, ask the other half, you know.
Come on.
Yeah,
A little crafty wink.
it really is. You know, it's a fabulous piece of kit. It's also it's wafer thin, and it's really lightweight as well. Yeah. It will fit on a lap tray as well, which is cool. You've got full control over the illumination. I won't do it here because it messes with the camera, so I'm not going to do it. All right, but you can have it very dim, or you can have it in the middle, or you can have it upright, depending on how much illumination that you want at that time.
Do you know what surprised me as well? So I know we've done shows together where you've worked on it all day,
and it doesn't get hot.
It doesn't get hot.
Yeah, well, I've had this on right in between. My last show was it 9 o'clock?
Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Time, and that's been on right the way through. And
I mean, that's ridiculous. It's cool. It's actually cool to the touch.
Yeah,
not even like
it's a great piece of kit. But no, as I say, if you are just starting out, don't worry. This is not a barrier for you. It's okay. You can, you can still
something to aspire to. Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah. All right. So I want to just extend this down now. Look, and again, because we can see through the parchment, nice and easy.
Perfect.
To do that. Okay. Now up here, our road is that's literally a road to nowhere, isn't it? Okay. So we're going to give a little bit of we're going to change that. So up here we've got this lovely. We've got some peaky bits, and we've got some not quite so peaky bits. So let's have a little look. I don't want it too peaky, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to bring this along like so, and then I'm going to move it along.
This really does highlight just how easy it is to create your own composition. Have some fun with it.
Yeah, very much so.
Because this is what I notice watching every time we work together. You've got a big smile on your face. You look like you're having fun.
I am indeed. There we go. So that's along here, and then we're going to extend it out over here.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. This is what I say about this plate, you know, it's got so much potential. Right, okay, so that's now our kind of horizon-y, if we like. So we can get some trees in now.
Need some trees.
So we've got various trees here.
What are you feeling?
I really like this one.
Okay.
I like the Diddy one as well.
Okay.
So we're just going to do a little bit of them all. Here we go. So I'm just going to sit that tree.
Where are you imagining this to be? Because in my head, it's got a bit of Canada about it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? I've not been, but...
Yeah. Oh, you'd like it.
Would I?
They're very friendly there.
Okay.
You get a lot of open spaces, beautiful forests.
Oh, lovely.
And, scenery is lovely out there.
Is it warm?
No.
Okay, well, I'm not going there.
Okay, it's not.
Go
it's not a beach holiday.
No. Oh no, I don't want a beach holiday. I just.
It's one of those places you get all the seasons. I mean, it gets warm in summer.
Right.
But then it gets very cold in winter.
Right. Okay. I'd rather leave my thermals at home. You see. So.
Fair enough.
There we go. So this tree here, Diddy one, and that's going to kind of because I can see through the parchment.
Clever.
Here we go. So that one's going to kind of nuzzle behind the other one.
Gotcha. That's clever.
See? Okay. Right, let's have a little look. We could go anywhere we want. We haven't even got to do the same as I've already done. We can do anything. Yeah, let's get this big one here. Like that one. And literally, you can see I'm just sitting the trees on the kind of hilly areas that I've already produced.
So apparently the average daily temperature in Victoria, Canada, is 14 degrees.
14.
Yeah. That's a bit chilly, but that's not. I was expecting worse. But if that's the average, is that the year average? That's not very good, is it?
I don't think so. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going.
Okay.
No. Here we go. Let's do one more then. We'll nuzzle that one behind as well, and then we'll move down the picture. Okay.
We're having a discussion, you know, it's getting chilly because Joe, our director, he's a strong advocate of the vest.
Okay.
And it's funny, you know, I remember I haven't worn vest like since I was at school.
Right.
He says he swears by it.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with the vest.
Yeah, but I think vest tucked into underwear. I'm not sure it's a good look.
I'm gonna have a word with you later, quietly, Joe. All right. I think he needs a little bit mothering, doesn't he? Dear me. Right, here we go. Let's form this big tree here.
Can't imagine.
Joe. Yeah, it's not good. Here we go. Lovely. So, and also, you know, just on these little bits, very sort of little twists and turns, just slow down. Okay, just slow down. But if you jump out of the grooves, just pop yourself back in again.
Lovely.
There we go. And one more here.
Right.
Okay. I wasn't going to do all of it. I was going to jump forward.
I
but,
love it though. No, I'm really enjoying
I'm in the
this.
zone now, so it just means I've got a spare. There we go.
It's the perfect illustration as well, how quickly you can build up a beautiful scene.
Well, the thing is, a lot of people are a little bit afraid, a little bit intimidated by building up a landscape and a scene. But there, you know, we've given you everything that you need there.
And the perspective as well, which is very clever. The plates are very intuitively designed.
There we go. So again, you know, we've needed nothing else there. It's just there isn't a car in sight, there isn't a tourist in sight. It's just
That's
it's
nice.
just lovely.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Lovely.
Rightio. So now we've got the frame. I will jump to this one that
Okay.
I did. I've done it, so I'm going to use it. All right.
Yeah. Save that for later.
Yeah. Right, so let's do something with the frame and then we'll move on and do a little bit of colouring.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Lovely.
So now choices. So as I say, the finished piece, we can't do that. Okay, so we can do something different. So can I show you a couple of bits?
Please do.
All right.
That'd be lovely.
That I've been beavering away with.
It's been busy. It's all because the one-day special sold out early, and this is actually a good cautionary tale. We genuinely, before the launch of any one-day special, we try and have enough stock to last the full 24-hour period. But what we can't do is anticipate when there is a massive demand for something. And this one-day special today was so popular.
It's gone a little bit crazy, but you know, it's beautiful. Right.
So normal delivery sold out. Were you working last? Did you do lunch? Yeah,
37 minutes.
37 minutes. The one-day special sold out. That is ridiculous.
Never saw that coming.
Wow. Okay.
Right, so here we go. There's this one. Do you want to hold these up and I'll show what we've done here, okay, or what I've started with. So this here, working around this frame, let me show you where that's come from. This is the henna plate. Can you see just that little piece here?
Yeah.
Yeah? That is what I've done over here, coming in from...
That's got a bit of a 1920s Art Deco
Hasn't it?
feel.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So that is one tiny little element on one of Tina's
and there's so much there. Look at all the different elements.
That's without even...
that tiny little bit there.
Yeah, okay. So no idea where that's going to head to, but it's just an idea. Right, so that's that one. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, this one here. There we go. So this one is using a combination of...
Hello, that's nice.
Yeah, isn't that nice? So we've got, around the sides here, can you see this border?
Yeah.
Here. I've just used a little bit
Beautiful.
of that border there, and then right around the edges, and if we get time later, we'll do a little bit of cutting on there and piercing. So that has come, again, back to the other henna plate.
That's number
one.
one.
Which is this tiny little row across there. Again, one element.
Stunning.
Okay, what else have we got? Show one more?
Yeah.
I have been busy.
Wow.
There we go. So that's that one. And that is using the floral corners. And it's this bit, and I've just literally picked out a couple of the leaves there. Okay, and just pop those in the frame, and I'll do some white work on there, and there you go.
So this is Tina's floral swirls and corners number one.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So we could use anything there, couldn't we?
We could.
All right, but what we're going to do on this one, because I did say that I was hoping to give all of the plates a little bit of love.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go with Tina's 3D flowers and butterflies on this one. But I'm going to use the leaves rather than the flowers, because I think I've kind of got this in my head as a masculine one. We could do it pretty up for a ladies one, but people do say they struggle with male projects. So we're going to use the leaves and then keep it a little bit sort of masculine. All right, so I'm going to just bring them in, and just at, you know, random angles as well. Where's my groovy tabs? There we go. Put one there. So just literally fill your
Now just let you know that the nested squares, they sold out as well. Been such a busy show.
Yeah, those are, you know, they're an absolute must-have. They never get put away in my house. There we go. But these are beautiful as well. You know, with the circles and the octagons, very useful. There we go. So just pop some of the leaves
Lovely.
in place. We won't do all of them.
Okay.
We can... And
So
then we move
we were
around.
talking about, Marie and I have both got activity tracking sort of watches. I think they should come up with one for crafters. You're sitting in there, you're using your die-cut machine, you're getting around. Hey?
Can I tell you something about
on.
that? Now, you just said that one for crafters.
Yeah.
This is true, this. There's been twice, when I look and see how active I've been, all right? And there's been twice where I've looked and it said that I've been asleep. And I thought, I wasn't asleep then at all. It was 2 times. One I was sat in the cinema and the other one I was sat groovy in.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
And it,
Well, that
and it
shows
thought
how
I was
relaxing
asleep.
it can
Yes. That's true. Yeah. There we go. So let's just do
Either that or you had,
leaves.
did you have a cheeky crafting power nap?
No, I was absolutely. I was sat in the living room and I was groovying away, but apparently I was asleep. There we go. We do say it, you know, it's relaxing, but I mean, that's crazy, isn't it?
Groovy as a system, I find incredibly Moorish. I don't want to say addictive because that's kind of got negative connotations, but it is, in the best sense of the word, that you start doing it and you can't pull yourself away.
No, that's
It's
right.
just such a lovely, lovely hobby to do.
Yeah, it's really great to lose yourself in. You know, sometimes we all need a distraction. We all just want to put things out of our heads, you know, and this is great. There we go. So we can fill that up now with the leaves. Say if we wanted to make it, you know, a little bit more sort of girly, then we could go with flowers instead. But I thought, you know, leaves. And we could make that a different season depending on what colours we use to colour as well.
And it could be an olive branch, it could be anything. You want to go for Mediterranean, it could be anything.
We could also put some text in there. So let's put a tiny little bit of text in as well. So I'll move those away and I'll bring back into play our regular plate okay, from the starter kit. Now I'm going to pop a plate in there. I'm not going to use it. It's this that I'm interested in. I want the text. So so you can't have the plate. I'm very, very sorry.
Okay.
All right, we'll ignore that.
Right.
There we go. So I'm going to put with love. So what I've done here, I've already made a little template so that I can get things nice and straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover this over. Let's come on to the black for a minute.
So we're working from the reverse, and you're always writing obviously backwards like a mirror. So don't write it so you can read it, then when you flip it around.
That's right. Well, the things that reminds me to do that is the fact that on the plate, to use the plate with the grooved side, the letters are back to front. So that reminds me to write the word back to front. Right, here we go. So what I've done, I've put my template on like a hinge. So I can come up here now to the W.
Oh, and then you just flapping it back.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'll just bring that to here. And then groovy tabs, where are you? Let's get a fresh one, just because we can. They're all over the other plates. I just abandon them, you know, and then wonder
do you
where
want me
I've
to
got them.
salvage them for you?
Would you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we'll have and then I can use them.
Okay, there's a little one there.
Okay, brilliant. That'll do for a minute.
There's one holding a plate together.
Yeah, no, they're fine. That'll do me. That'll do fine.
Okay.
All right, so I'm in the right place, my W, so I'm literally just going to flip my template across that way, and I can put my W in place. There we go. And then flip it across, and we'll move along and find the I.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. So again, line up where the template is, over the I, secure the parchment down, flip the template back, and go in and do the letters like so. All right, nice and easy. And I always keep these templates as well, whether it be somebody's name or whether it be a general sort of greeting, because you never know when you might want to use them again.
Yeah, very true.
They don't take up, you know, any space at all. Just have them all in a box.
Are you flying through this?
Yeah, there you go. So, and just the H now. So there you go.
It's a really good way of doing it.
Yeah. There we go. I mean, I'm doing it a little bit quick at home. I'd be, you know, double checking, but that's not bad for kind of flying through on TV,
is it? Absolutely first rate.
There we go.
Really good.
All right. So then, I say on the bottom, I would put love in there. We'd have some more leaves. So let's move on and do a little bit of colouring and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That,
do you need
I can't believe how quickly you've done that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That plate, the landscape plate and the skyline plate is fab.
Good.
It really is fab.
Good. Would you like me to give you a couple of moments just
Is
to
that
get yourself
okay?
together?
Yes.
Okay, now we can go to the website. Let's have our afternoon stroll. Come on. Oh. All I'm seeing at the moment is a massive 5-star reviews. I love it. Can I just say, the plates and the groovy system worth every one of those stars. They really are. But see what other people... Look, another 5-star review. Another 5-star review. I haven't seen anything less than... Another 5-star review. Sure, no, not another. What? Keep going till we don't see a 5-star review. Let's just see how far we can go before we see our first 4-star. It's just not there. They're all 5-star reviews. That's ridiculous. But I tell you, these are genuine reviews. These are honest reviews, all 5 stars. And that is the beauty of Clarity, of Groovy, the fact that they always bring you quality. There's not. This is breaking records. Seriously? 5-star fight? Oh, the papers are fantastic. And the parchment, another 5-star. Another 5-star. Okay, we get the idea. I don't think there's anything less than a 5-star review when it comes to the Groovy and Clarity system. Okay, so we have got lots of goodies for you. We are going to have a quick recap, then we're going to get back to Marie. But what I would say is you've got some of the most beautiful plates. What I want to draw your attention to, if you look at the plates, just see how much on the plates, how much detail that Tina puts on. And we all know Tina Cox, such a talented crafter. I mean, she really is. She's got a wonderful eye. And her designs and her compositions are so usable. And that's the thing, because there's no point in having something that looks beautiful, but you struggle to use it. These are stunning, but it's such a wealth of elements to draw from. And you do. That's the whole point of Groovy System. You pick things up, you lift the image, you move it around, you become your own designer. And at the end of it, you could have something like this. What? This is by Tina herself. Isn't that stunning? Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, that, the very best wishes, that could be for anything, but what a stunning, stunning card. But then, we want to go in a slightly different direction. Josie. Nice colorways, beautiful designs, beautiful backing paper. I mean, that just works. What about different? Back to Tina here now. I mean, the design really lends itself to bold, vivid colours, but if you don't want to use any colour whatsoever, here, Linda, just showing you the beauty of the plate, and that, I don't want to say simple, because I think that kind of, I don't know, it's subtle, it's elegant, is a better term, because simple, nothing simple about it. It's beautiful, the word I'm looking for. $14.99 your price. That's for Tina's Henna Corners 2. You have got Henna Corner 1 as well. They all work together wonderfully. We've got also, now, we've got the swirls and corners for you. Take a look at this. So this is your number 1. We had a little sneaky peek at these actually in our demonstration. So Marie was just putting them into the border. Oh, lovely. Look at the flowers going on there. Isn't that just the flow, the movement? Where could you envision putting this into your artwork? I mean, you don't use the plate. Can I just say, you don't use the plate as is. You can do, but you don't really. What you do is you lift this out here, or maybe you put this here, or then you move this, you have this corner in the mix. And at the end of it, you could, this is pretty cool. What about this for a mat? This is Glennis getting creative. Imagine putting a cup of tea on that. Oh, that's very nice. Or what about Karen? Oh, Karen. That's very nice. That's beautiful. Or maybe Josie showing a different way to look at things. Oh, now here, prime example. Now, using the flowers to create that wonderful border. There's this wonderful trellis just hanging down. That's lovely. Or what about this from Glennis? Oh, that's nice. $14.99 your price. 822-583 your item number there. Going down. So we're just trying to show you plates that we didn't get to at the start of the show, so we're going to have a quick rattle down here, then we'll go back to Marie. So this is your swirls and corners number 2. Works beautifully with number 1. And at the end of it you could have, now there's no name here, unfortunately. I could take credit for it, but I wouldn't do. Is this yours, Marie? Is this yours?
My money would be on Tina.
Okay, could be Tina. Could be Tina there. Or what about this one? That is Tina's, yes, that's Tina's. Or what about, oh, this is nice. Has to be Tina again. That's is that Linda? I think that way up. Oh, is that the right way up?
Either.
Oh, is it either? Okay. I mean, even like that, looks good. Oh, I mean, okay, I'm loving all of that. Well, what about this? This is from D. Oh. So D Paramore, lovely. Or what about Chris? It really showcases the versatility of the plates, how everyone's going to look at the plates and you're going to have a different idea where to take them. Details on your screen, 101351. We've got now here the nested circles, so useful. Did you notice in the demonstrations Marie was building up the frame, and she says sometimes if she's struggling with some inspiration, what she'll do, she'll just create frames and then she'll start to work on those as a starting point. Well, here with the nested circle, you've got different sizes, so useful, and you can take them in any direction you like. What about that as a showstopper? Ooh, mama. Oh, this next one's cool. So that was by D, and then this is by Amanda. Check this out. What? Yeah, it moves. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Love that. It's just really, that's really nice. That, to me, has got a bit of the 60s about it. What about this one by Jane? Oh, yeah. Very nice. $14.99 your price. 331169 your item number. Now, we've also got the starter kit. If you are maybe experiencing the Groovy system for the first time in this show, you're intrigued, you've seen the one-day special, it's been so popular, and you'd like to dip your toe into the world that is Groovy, well, Clarity's got the starter kit for you. As the name suggests, this gives you everything to get started. So you've got your plate mate, you've got your working mat, you've also got your tools in there as well. You've got your nested circles, so you're getting 3 plates in total. You can just see here, you've got your trees, you've got your landscapes, you've got ball tools, 4 different sizes there. You've also got your parchment in the mix too. And you have got here, let me just have a look at this. These are instructions going through. Beautiful instructions with inspiration as well, so you're getting all of that. Opening up, just teaching you the concept. I'm going to pop that down. So you're getting all of this for 2 flexi payments of £25. You're getting the parchment, as we did mention, in there. Look, I'll be honest with you, it's one of the best investments you'll ever make. It is something that, as a system, will grow, so you'll start getting more plates. But the beauty is everything works together. So you can take the smallest element from one of the plates, mix it in with one of your existing plates, and have something totally new. It's a lovely, lovely hobby and lovely craft. £25 if you want to go for your flexi payment today, or $49.99 your item number 587104. We've also got the 3D butterflies. Take a look at these. These are stunning. So you're getting the butterflies in there. You're also getting the flowers too, and you're getting that wonderful foliage. All of that on one plate. $14.99 the price. 528301 your item number. We've got one more for you. Tina's henna number 1. There it is. Oh, stunning statement piece. Got a bit of a mandala about it. You can take it in so many different directions. You can, as Marie showcased, just take the smallest little element, create a border, and introduce it with your other designs. $14.99 your price, 965141 your item number. You look lost. They're just like staring at you like that.
Because it's lovely. Yeah, it was. I was
just
just counting how many different layers, how many different things we could do with the mandala. How
many did you count?
I got up to 4, and then it came off the screen.
All right.
Easily pleased, don't I? Just show me a pretty picture.
I like the fact. No, but genuinely, I mentioned it before, but it's true. Every time we work together, you always have a big smile on your face. And it's lovely.
I love what I do.
You do enjoy hashtag winning at life.
Yeah, very much so. Right, bit of colouring then.
Yeah.
So we've got choices. We've got Pega colour pens, and we've also got Pega liner pencils.
So the Pega liner, I know we've got details, and you've got a mixture of the bees.
That's
and
right. There are 20 of the A pen. pencils, which are blendable with a very, very barely damp paintbrush or a sparkle pen. That is my favourite. I'll show you that.
Okay.
And then we've got 16 of the B pencils, the blending pencils, which you can blend with Dorso oil and that sort of thing. But you can also blend them pencil to pencil. You know, you go back to your paler colour and blend with your pencils as well. Depends on the look that you want.
But we're going to start with the pens. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah, talk to us about the pens.
Right, okay, so first of all, price point, they're fabulous. You know, there are 30 in the set. They are brilliant. They are double-ended. So what we've got on one end, we have got a really fine nib. These are also, not only the very fine nib, they are very reliable as well. A lot of fine nib pens, they dry up really quickly. These don't, they're great, so you can get into really tiny areas. Okay, and then let's put them on the right way.
Now, do you remember, I heard you talking about those before, and nothing more frustrating than the pen dried up on you.
Yeah, for sure. So these are brilliant. And then on the other end, then what we've got is a really nice bullet nib, but it's not a huge bullet nib, because sometimes bullet nib pens, they can be too big. All right, you can still cover, you know, large areas with these, but you can still get into smaller ones as well. So I really like these.
So you've got two nice sized nibs here, and very usable.
Yeah, very much
nibs
so.
Too.
Okay. Now, how we can use them? We can use them in so many different ways. We can scribble them onto, you know, a tile or whatnot, and we can go with a very barely damp paintbrush and watercolour them on. We can just go on, add some colour, and then drag it around with a dry brush. But also, what I really, really like is to be able to fuse them together. Okay, so I can put a little bit of, that's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, there you go. So I've got some green on that. On the, don't worry about the nib, okay? Don't worry. So
Dirty nib, not a problem.
No, here we go. So I'm going to go in here, lay down that colour, come around in a circular motion, and then it'll come lighter.
That is cool. It's like a variegated thread.
There you go. All right, and then if we've got a little bit of green left on the nib, it's fine. I absolutely promise you, just a bit of copy paper or whatnot, and it will come right back to yellow. It will not destroy your nibs. Look, we can go right back to the yellow. Okay, so don't be frightened. You can see here I had a little go, just to check what I was doing, see how much colour I needed. See?
Is there any no-nos when using the pens? So I hear you mention in the previous show. Is it something to do with circular? Is there any ways to use them, no?
It depends on the, do you mean the brush strokes that you use? No, it depends on the look that you want. You know, sometimes I will go in little circly motions, sometimes I'll go in sweepy motions, sometimes I'll go in feathery motions. Then also what we could do...
So it's not like white work or anything like that?
No, it's fine. Just play with them, they're just fun to see what they'll actually do. Now, if you're scared of doing that and you know, touching...
I've never thought to do that.
Nib kissing.
A nib kiss.
There we go. So if you don't want to do that, then maybe, there we go, put a little bit here, and then come in and drag it out. Or if you only wanted that colour, but you wanted maybe, you know, to pale down to kind of nothing, then this is where you come in with your, so let's put a little bit, got a bit of pink still on there, should have cleaned that, that's okay. There we go. And then we can drag that colour outwards and kind of thin that down.
Nice.
To nothing there as well. Go back in and add a little bit more if you want to. So then from the front, you see you've got, as it dries as well, you'll see, so you've got this really nice graduation of colour there on both of those. So just a couple of ways of using the pens.
That's really nice. And I find with parchment art, sometimes just a little hint of colour has such a profound effect. Yeah,
for sure. You know, you don't always need a lot. Right, now we'll come back to the pen in a little while with the pencils, but let's get some colour on here with the pencils. And I'll put my lids on the pens.
Good practice.
There we go. All right, getting all excited. Right, so I'm going to use some of the A pencils. Oh, that one's a B. Let me just, so I'm just using the same ones. It's that one that I wanted. Okay. Now you'll notice that most of mine there are kind of not sharp. They're quite sort of blunt. Depending on what you want to do with them. If you want to do like detail, you know, if you had something where you wanted like hair or that sort of thing, then and you'd have them sharp.
Yeah.
Okay, but for what I tend to do with them, I need
More
them a little bit
expansive
more.
work.
Yeah, that's right. So I get a softer kind of look, but it's up to you. I mean, you could always, if you label them in the middle with a you know, a little sticky label, you could actually sharpen from both ends. You
Well,
could
I've just
have.
seen here.
There you go. So this
double-
would be my sharp end if I'd sharpened it a bit more, and then I can have blunt on the other end, so I can.
Well, that's pretty clever.
But do label them in the middle, because if you keep sharpening this
Don't know
way,
what they are.
you'll exactly. So
okay.
that's assuming it matters to you what number they are.
Okay.
But you're going to want to know whether they're A or
That's
B.
pretty cool.
So that's
I
just
would
a
never
little
have thought to do
suggestion.
that on the pencils.
Okay, radio. So let's go with a couple of trees first of all. So I want a couple of shades on here. So I'm going to lay down a little bit of dark colour first of
Lovely.
all. Again,
That's
so I'm
nice.
using the A pencils.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to come with a lighter colour. And what I can do, I can actually drag
Oh, yes.
some of that darker colour through. Can you see that?
I mean,
This is
that-
what I say about blending
Yeah.
with the actual pencils.
That's clever. And that is a real compliment to the quality of the pencils. You can actually see it in front of you there.
Yeah, they
Nothing
are
worse
fab.
than if you've ever used... So, over Christmas, I was hanging out with my nephews and nieces, and they had some pencils and pens, and they were doing a bit of colouring in. And, if you've ever worked with cheap pencils...
Yeah.
Scratchy, and, like, you can't blend
These
at
are,
all.
yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous. They
No,
really are.
These are great.
Yeah. So again, I could go in and blend that a little bit more. I could go in maybe with a lighter colour. As I say, this is without, you know, introducing a water brush or oil or anything. This is just blending with the pencils. Now on this, I want to have, you know, I still want to have lots of texture on, you know, mountains and trees and that sort of thing. I like because it's rugged, isn't it?
That looks.
Yeah.
I mean, with the wait, that was such a simple technique, but how great does that look?
There you go. So don't get too hung up about blending. You know, think about trees and whatnot. They're natural, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right. So let's have a little go on the groundwork, because I also want to have a little go on the road. The road can be tricky, and I was a little bit frightened of that because it's a big road, isn't it? And so I'll show you how I did that.
Just think, if you wanted to create a fantasy road, you do that bad boy in yellow and with the sparkle overlay.
Yes.
Yellow brick road.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Like it.
Wait, that's not what you were going to do.
No, it
But
wasn't.
I was just saying, no, I'm not trying to play. I'm just saying that
That'd
wouldn't
make
that be
a
great? It's
great
the
kids
perfect
card,
colour.
wouldn't it? Yeah, nice. There you go.
Okay.
We're cooking on gas now,
All right.
aren't we? All right. I told you it was a great plate.
It's a good plate.
Right, so let's get some of this going on. So, so a couple of shades of green, a little bit of like a mustardy colour here as well. And I'm going to come in now with the pencils on the side. I'm just literally going to lay down some colours for the moment. Just sort of, I'm barely pressing. Okay, I just want to lay down in various areas. So maybe darker underneath the trees. And you know, if you find that you absolutely hate what you've done, well, guess what? This is pencil.
Rub it out.
There you go.
Or even Dorset oil pulls it back, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can do that if you're on the B pencils. But yeah, you can just remove it all if you absolutely hate. But just work on it for a little while.
I was having a play with the B pencils.
All right.
With some Dorset oil. Can I just say, cautionary tale,
Go on.
be careful with the Dorset oil. You put too much on and suddenly I looked down and everything was gone. I was like, what happened? Where did it go?
Yeah, that's right. It's one of those things that a little bit of practice, just kind of maybe don't do it on what's going to be your masterpiece. Have a little practice on,
get used to it.
You know, some little pieces, little sort of
It's
test
interesting,
pieces.
you're kind of just feathering the work there.
Yeah, as I say, I don't want harsh lines.
No.
Let's get in here.
So the quality of the pigment with these pencils is exceptional. They are very, very good. We've got details for the pencils on your screen. $29.99. You're getting 20 of the A pencils. They're your aqua pencils. And then you've got 16 of the... Now, they're called basic pencils. There's nothing basic about them at all. But with the Bs, then you can use your Dorset oils to blend them. But either way, you're just getting a collection of the finest pencils there. $29.99, 418-768. A great addition addition, if you are exploring the groovy system, you enjoyed your white work, you've enjoyed your cutting, now's the time to introduce some colour. Great way to do it, because it does add a different dynamic.
It does, and also I use these pencils on all of my paper crafting, not just on parchment, and they work really well, you know, on my rubber stamp images and so forth. For me, things have got to do more than one thing, you know, because we've all got a budget and we all want value for money, and these are absolute value for money. So you can see I want a rugged look, so I think I'm achieving that.
Yeah.
There we go. So
lovely.
And this is where I wouldn't necessarily go in and blend with anything, because I want, you know, those, if you look, you know, grasses off in the distance are different colours, aren't they, and so forth. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, and shadows and that sort of thing. And
do remember that Marie's working from behind at the moment, so once we flip it over, you'll have a beautiful finish. Yeah,
it's also going to be more subtle from the front. So I'll flip that over now so you can see where I'm at.
It's a lovely hue.
Yeah, but it's very pastely, isn't it? Really pastely.
No, I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
It looks lighter on the screen. It's a little bit darker. But I say I can build that up. The thing is, if you're nervous, get to this point and then go over where you've got your colours and just, you know, just add some more.
Easier to add to than to pull away.
Yeah, there we go.
Love it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, so as I say, if I was going to blend, you know, I would use either the sparkle pen or a damp paintbrush, but that's the look that I want, so I'm not blending that. I want those kind of pencil lines, the texture there. So let's have a little look at the road now, this little scary bit. So I've got the black and the white. So let's lay some now. Further away, I think it's going to be darker. So I'm going to... Here we go. So nice and dark up here, a little bit coming in here, like so, a bit of dark across there.
That's nice.
Okay. And again, you know, if you find that you're not keen, you think, oh my goodness, what have I done? Just rub it out and go again.
I like this.
It's okay.
That's looking good.
Let's get some more dark from there. And again, I'm not pressing heavy. I don't want really heavy lines. I can always add more colour, but it's best to get a base down first, I find. There we go, so just feathery.
And with the introduction to colour, I should say, you're really starting to bring that scene to life now.
Yeah, just give it some sort of dimension.
Yeah, I love it.
And then in a minute, when I come in with some white as well, so it's going to...
You've got 3 minutes. Just
have 3 minutes, okay, no worries. That'll be fine. I'm almost there on the black. Doesn't the time just absolutely fly?
When you're having fun.
Yeah, very much so. There we go. Right, speed up. As I say, at home, just take just a few more minutes than that. A little bit darker up there, because I think it would be darker up there. Okay, and then in with the white now. So again, I'm going to come in kind of sideways. I'm just going to sort of scribble it on, really, but gently. Okay. I'm going to go a little bit heavier. We're under pressure now, aren't we?
You've got it, don't worry.
It'll be fine. Right, now on to get rid of a little bit of the texture. I'm going to kind of random that up a little bit. So I'm going to come in with my sparkle pen and just kind of drag inwards like this. So it kind of intensifies the black towards the edges, see? And then we just concentrate on one side of the road, shall we? So you just drag that in. And I'll turn it over in a second so you can see the result.
Just over a minute.
Yeah, there we go. Almost. So we can always refer to the finished one, can't we?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, that'll do. Let's turn that over and have a little look.
All right. Now that's nice.
Okay, and I would do that on both sides. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I'd work on it a little bit more, but as I say, let's bring in, if we can bring in the finished one.
Yeah, I'll lift that up.
There you go. Okay, so I've worked on that a few more minutes. So that might be where the sun's hitting it, and maybe it's been raining and it's reflecting off the road there.
That's stunning. Lovely.
There
Brilliant.
you go.
We've got to stop there, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Maria, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Can I just say, we're not sure what's going on at 5 because obviously
No.
one day special sold out, so this could be your last hour, it could be back.
Yeah.
We're still organising what's going on. We're going to keep you informed as to what's happened, but it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If this is your last hour?
I'm not back till next month, but
Okay.
Barbara is back in the team end of next week.
Yes.
Next weekend with some really nice.
So is
goodies.
it the second Sunday or first Sunday?
First Sunday
of every
the
month.
4th, am I right?
Yeah.
4th.
Okay.
It's not this weekend, but the following weekend anyway.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed
Thank
that.
you
Really
very
enjoyed it. I
much.
hope you've enjoyed it as well. Enjoy your plates. We've got another fantastic hour just around the corner. Thank you. So, craft price drop coming up next. Come on, I think that's going to be the lovely Hayley Sheila. She's become the craft price drop queen. Then we've got Daisy Jewels and Crafts coming up, and then we've got All That Glitters. So much to look forward to. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Debbie and this is Kim, and together we are Six Mini Memories.
We've known each other for about 8 years, and we're based just outside Newcastle in the northeast of England.
We're very lucky in the fact that we've managed to bring lots of new things. We always try and bring new things, new books, patterns, fabrics, kits, notions, always quality.
And we do get the opportunity to do lots of demonstrations, which is great.
We're looking forward to continuing our journey with Hochanda and with you. We've got some beautiful fabrics on order, as well as lots of notions.
And we've got the new booklets, which have at least 3 projects in them, which will have lots of new quilts, tips and techniques.
Make sure you don't miss our shows. We always try to make them informative and fun.
That's it. And we just want you to sew. Hope you can join us.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, and I'm really pleased to have been asked to join the family at Crafters Companion and subsequently join the family at Hochanda. So I've been stitching for, well in excess of 55 years. I know, how frightening is that? But you know, along that way, I've learned so many different things. I've learned shortcuts, I've been inspired, I've learned how to do different techniques and different designs and different styles. So many things. It's been an exciting time, and all during that time I've stitched and created, and I really can't wait to share this with you all at Hochanda. I would be very happy if you joined me on my shows on Hochanda and learn along with me.
Hello there, good afternoon and welcome back. Welcome back to Hochanda, but for the next hour we are talking craft price drop. Now if you've not been introduced to craft price drop before, then let me enlighten you. It's an hour when we bring you some incredible savings. Now we are talking about a falling price auction. If you've not come across that before, then what that means is that we start off with a start price, and you'll see those come up on the screen in a few moments, and that is a realistic price. That's the price that you might find the bundle or the item that we're chatting about on our website, but then you will see the price now. That price will start to fall. The price will drop, and you could be getting huge savings savings. Earlier on today we've seen savings of around 70% with some items, so it's definitely worth staying tuned. And the rule is that with regards to this, as long as we have got stock, that price will continue to drop. And then what will happen is we'll show you how many we have left, and then you can get involved at that stage, but get involved as soon as you possibly can to make sure that you don't miss out. Now, let's have a look at the screen. Let's show you what we've got on the screen now. Have a look at this. Now, this is going to look familiar to you. You see this regularly with our shows, the item number, the description to give you an idea of what you're getting in your bundle. Then you'll get your start price. That is the realistic price. If you go onto the website, do a little bit of research, you will see these items available on our website with that price, or they've been on a show previously with that price. Then you will see the now at. That is the figure that is going to drop. And you will be astonished at how that can drop away as we are watching. Then a little bit later on, we will be showing you the quantity that we've got left. Now, sometimes that figure can come in nice and early, so you know, exactly you know. Sometimes we might have hundreds of items, sometimes we might have as few as 10. So the key thing is to get involved as soon as you possibly can. As soon as you see a price that you're happy with, then simply do make sure, that was our Andy. Hiya, Andy. Bless him. There you go. That's what happens when the buying teams come into the studio. They just don't recognise these things. So on your screen there, you'll be able to see, obviously, you're now at price. And I will give you updates with regards to the savings that you're making. And your post and packing, £4.95 for your craft price drop purchases. But Freedom Member is definitely the way to go during this hour, because that is where you're going to get your post and packing included. Should we get things started? I think it's time. Let's have a little look. Well, we've got a brilliant bundle to start with. These are lovely. These are brought to us by Creative Expressions, a brand that we know and love here at Hochanda. They bring us all sorts of incredible items, and of course they have a fabulous design team, fabulous demonstrators that come and share with us. Now these have got quite a clever name, Scene Velopes. Now when we have a look at these, you'll see that we've got kind of a scene that's built up, and the idea behind these, I think, because I've not seen these before, I have to say, I'll be honest with you, I think they're to decorate, because of the velopes, I'm thinking of envelopes. So when you created a card, you can create a gorgeous envelope to work with it. So you can see you've almost got a frame-like effect on all of these. So we've got kind of a doggy-themed one. We've got a baby-themed one here as well. And you've got lots of areas. So you can see there's still those strategic places for things like your stamps to go. If you're addressed, you've still got those open areas. But of course, you might be just giving your cards to somebody when you've used one of these particular stamps. Now, these are brilliant. We are talking large stamps with lots and lots of content. So we're looking at the dog one there. Should we have a little look at it in closer detail? I'm trying to figure out which one we've got. Which one? It's this end, isn't it? There we go. Oh no, we've got all sorts. Now I've touched that and that's going to wobble. You know what's going to happen. It's not going to stand up straight, is it? Now you have got 2 plates featuring in this particular one. So we're talking grey rubber, so we're talking incredible quality with these. This one has actually got a cat on it, so I don't know whether the cat's featuring with this particular one. But let's bring the doggy one just to be on the safe side. So here you go, you can see this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a set of 3 here. So you can see you've got your large stamp that we were looking at a few moments ago, and then you've got other stamps down at the bottom here. They're smaller versions at the bottom on the packaging, so you are going to get all of these. Now you can see they're all large sizes. So we've got the larger one there with the dogs at the top. The one at the bottom, as I look down at the packaging, we can see it's a rather party animal kind of goldfish going on with all sorts of balloons and things. We've got a wonderful one with cats as well, featuring with balls of yarn and all sorts. And then finally the one that we've got on there, it's almost like a Noah's Ark with lots of animals featuring. If I bring the packaging and show you the packaging, you'll see those smaller ones down at the bottom. You've got the larger one giving you the idea of the concept, and the smaller ones down at the bottom there. So you can see your Noah's Ark, you can see your kitties with their balls of yarn, and you can see those rather happy looking goldfish. They're having a whale of a time there, aren't they? But that is the first set. You're getting 3 of these. How amazing is that? Centre one here, you can see another idea of how you're going to be able to use these. So we've got baby theme this time. But with this one, not only have you got your baby theme to decorate your envelope, you've got all those fabulous elements there. So you've got things like your teddy bears and your little rubber duck there as well, your building blocks. It's a girl, it's a boy, congratulations, a star is born. Lots of different elements all within that one plate. And again, you are getting, whoops a daisy, apologies for that, you're getting 2 grey plates with those again. Guess what? You've got a third set as well. This third particular set, again, you've got that concept, as we saw earlier, with your envelopes featuring with this one, and again, additional elements. So this time we're talking about a nice cup of tea. Wouldn't that be nice at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? But I have to wait till 3 because I'm here bringing you some brilliant savings. So that is the set of 3 that you've got. Now, instantly, you can see that price is coming down. Keep an eye on those chevrons, because that means that we've got a big plummet coming. So look at this. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at that. We're looking at more than £26 saving straight away. So if you got involved at the top, you have saved almost a third there already. Wow, in that short space of time. Now, there is still plenty of time for you to get involved. There's plenty of time, and that price will continue to drop because while we have stock, it will continue to drop. Now, you can get involved at any point of the auction as you like. You just need to make sure that you are in before that figure comes to zero and we have no stock left. And you can see there, post and packing is included if you're a Freedom member. So never has there been a better time to be a Freedom member with us here at Hochanda. Now, of course, you can see we've got on our screen there, hochanda.com. That's our regular website. You will regularly see craft price drop shows appear here, but we also have internet-only channels where we do see craft price drop. Look around 11 o'clock each day and you will hopefully be able to hit on one there. Now, look at that price. It's continuing to drop. Less than £40 now. Less than £40 for 3 huge stamp sets. Don't forget you are getting 6 stamp plates in total, featuring your dogs, featuring your fabulous little cats there. You've got your kind of undersea features as well, because you've got your goldfish in there as well. I think there's a little octopus, balloons, the Noah's Ark. You've got your baby themed in the centre there, and then you've got your cup of tea. Oh, here come the chevrons. What's going to happen? Where are we going to end up? I've got no idea, but I know that we're going to bring you a brilliant prize. Oh my goodness, less than £25? Wow! This started off at the value of £76.53, and that is a genuine start price. You will find that these have appeared on Hochanda at that particular price. But look at these. I love these because they've got nice large areas on these, so you can literally play around with these and add your colour. Now, they're meant to be £25.50 each. So it's almost as if I'm giving you one of those with a slightly discounted price and throwing in the others for that price on your screen, £24.33. Amazing value for money. You've got so many different elements. Obviously, with that first plate, you've got your larger stamp plate because that's where you're going to be decorating the front of your envelope. But then, of course, with the other plates, you've got other elements that you can team up with these as well. Baby-themed one. I love this one. Again, you've got that envelope setting for the top of your envelope, the front of your envelope. Still got room for your address, still got room for your stamps. But then you could be making a coordinating card using all the elements in here. And there are a lot in there. I love that sentiment there. A baby is cuddles and tickles on toes, the sweet scent of powder and a kiss on the nose. Oh, isn't that sweet? Mine is 17 now, so none of that goes on now. Brilliant set, I have to say, but look at that price. Did you see it drop down? Way below that £20 price point. Look at that, £18.75. Now, if you've just got involved, you know that you are, I was about to say, going to be paying that, but look, it's dropped below £18 there. Whenever you get involved, as long as you get involved, and the key thing is to check your basket out. Make sure you check your basket out because you could miss out on this one. We had at 11 o'clock this morning, somebody didn't check out the basket, they missed out, and they were going to get a brilliant price, so do make sure that you do it. So even if you come in at the top, if you come in and you thought, I love these, I'm going to go for them now, even at £76.53, you will now be paying £15.85 because that's the rule of craft price drop. Everybody pays that lowest price. You might have come in when they were just shy of £25. You might have come in when they dropped below that £18 price point. You might be just picking up the phone now. £14.40. Now, Colin and Maggie and Carol, you're already involved, so thank you. We've got people from the length and breadth of the country. You can see along the bottom there some of those names appearing. Margaret, it's good to know that you're on board. Marion, you're taking advantage of these well. Catherine and Julie as well, if you're wanting to get home. You can see you've already got hold of these as well. So please do make sure that you take advantage of these while you have the opportunity. It's a brilliant deal. Maybe you've bagged some bargains already with craft price drop. We have the shows regularly here. And of course, don't forget, if you want to get involved via Facebook and let us know that you are watching and perhaps you've got your bid in, then we'd love to hear from you. Now look at that. 20 opportunities, that's all we've got. Pretty much that many. That's all that you've got at £11.50. Now think about the different scenarios when you're crafting. You might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't know if I'll be using those baby-themed ones. If you're crafting with younger members of the family, they're not altogether bothered about what they're crafting with. They just love the fact that they've got their own crafty elements and they're going to have fun. You're going to be using those additional elements as well. Don't forget you've got things like your teddy bears and your little rubber ducks and all sorts. There's a lovely little stamp with a scene from a windowsill. all included in there. Then, of course, your kitties, your kitty cats there, and, of course, your dogs featuring on this one, your Noah's Ark animals. You could actually take that Noah's Ark one down at the bottom there and actually put a child's date of birth featuring in there, couldn't you? Make a picture of these. So there's lots of ways you could be using these. And again, you can see there, it tells you how to actually use these. You've got the dimension, you've got everything that you need to know on that packaging. £11.50. We're down to 4 of these. In fact, we're down to 3. These are literally flying out. Thank you to everybody that's getting involved with Craft Price Drop. It's really good to have your company this afternoon, and I love it when you are bagging so many fabulous bargains. Now, we'll be starting the next auction before long, because those last 3, they are not going to last for long. So make sure that you do get on the phone lines, you get on the website, and you check out your basket. That's the key thing. And bear in mind other people ordering as well, because you might find that while you are waiting on the phone line, 2 people online check out their baskets, and that means you've missed out. So the key thing is get involved as much as you can, as quick as you can, down to the final one. We have gone from £76 to 53p down to £11.50, and it's gone. Thank you to everybody that got involved with that auction. And everybody pays that low price, £11.50. Don't forget you've got your £4.95 post and packing. Unless you're a Freedom member, then you don't need to worry about that at all. Did you take advantage of that auction? Or maybe rubber stamps isn't your thing. That's okay, because we've got lots more to share with you. We're going to be talking about dies in the next auction, and these are beautiful. Not just dies, we are talking spellbinder. These are incredible, gorgeous designs. I do apologise, they're just right. When I looked at the design, I got mixed up then. So yeah, just right dies, and these are brilliant. Again, look at that price, £61.63, and that is a genuine price. It works out at £30.82 for each one of these, and these are brilliant. Now, these are gorgeous because they're nesting dies. So if I show you this particular one, this one's gorgeous. You can see you've got all your tags and all your different layers on them. I'm just going to move my water out of the way and turn that round so you can have a look. You are getting loads of dies in here. Absolutely loads. Now you are getting almost like that nested cloud effect. Very, very pretty. You've got 11 dies here. You've also got your corners. You've got a variety of little tiny photo corners there, so perfect if you want to use them for your scrapbooking. But look at these, you've got tags in there. You've almost got like a nameplate there, which you could be using for your scrapbook pages. You've got your mats and layering dies there as well. You've got your corners as well, all within that one particular die. Now, I just right, of course, teamed up with Creative Expressions to bring us some wonderful elements, including this one as well. The labels range, everybody loves these ones, and this one is Vintage Label 3. And again, to have those nested labels of variety of different sizes all working together to give you incredible mats and layers. And the beauty of this one, if you turn it on its side, you can see it's quite square. You can have it in a variety of different formations. On its points, it's entirely up to you. But you know these are going to become your favourites. Think about things like your shaker cards, unique shapes with those, because you can do that with those nested shapes and have a beautiful frame around it as well. Should we get the auction started? Shall we? Yeah. Hey, look at that, we're dropping already. Wow, what a saving. I love it. If you're wanting to get hold of these, that price will continue to drop down. Now, you can get involved at any point you like. So maybe you looked at these at £61.63. It might be the first time that you've come across these. Julie, you got involved nice and early. We do see regular people come and watch, but please do make sure you check out your baskets. A lot of you do think, and a lot of people missed out on that last auction because you've got the items sitting in your basket. Now, it might be that you had it sitting in your basket thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm going to wait till that price drops down to something that I'm happy with. That's okay, but when we get down to that last handful, we could have 5 people placing their orders at the same time, and there you go, it's gone in a blink of an eye. I don't want that to happen to you. Now, we're below the £50 price with these. These are incredible dies, beautiful dies that are going to become your favourites. Favourites because they're useful and versatile, and that is the key thing. The beauty of having a nested die means that you have a variety of sizes within there. So if, for instance, I show you with this one again here, you can see the shape of the design is absolutely identical, but the scale has got smaller and smaller. Now, the beauty of this means that if you wanted to, you could use that in a die with the outer die and have like a really nice chunky frame, or maybe you're just going to use the next one up and then have a thinner frame. Maybe you're going to be cutting an aperture with this particular one, or maybe you're going to be cutting it on the fold of your card to create a shaped card. They are so versatile that you're going to be able to use them in lots of different ways. And it's a really affordable way for you to build up your die collection, because that's what we do when we do start working with our dies and our die cutting machines. We build up a collection of dies. And these are what I would call bread and butter dies. These are a wise investment of anybody's money, because they are dies that you're going to be using over and over again. And you can get both of these for an incredible price that is going to drop again. Those chevrons are in. Where are they going to land? Oh my word, way below that £30 price point. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So we're talking about, what, £14.26, something like that for each of these? That is an incredible price. That is the price of one on their own. So it's almost as if you are buying one. £28.51, this particular one. So the vintage labels there. That is the price that it started up just a few moments ago, but that is, you're paying less than that, and you're getting the bonus of that nested cloud and tag die as well. Both of these coming to you for that amazing price of £27.07. This is brilliant. So between the two, we've got 4 dies on this particular one. Did we say there was 7 dies on that one? Oh, 11 dies. Oh my goodness. 15 dies overall for £25.62. We're talking about just right dies. These are an incredible brand that we've known and loved within the craft industry for many, many years. Always quite an expensive brand to go for, because they were overseas, they were based in America, but of course they've teamed up with Creative Expressions, and they've been able to bring that price across to us and bring it at such an affordable price. This chevron's about, oh my goodness. We've got less than 10. We're down to 9. Oh my goodness. Now there'll be a lot of you with these in your baskets thinking right now, do I go for it? Do I leave it? To be honest, the decision could be taken out of your hands. When we've only got as few as 8 left, you could find that those 8 people check out their baskets before you even pick up the phone. This is where you need to be quick, and it is going to be fastest finger first. The quickest way to check out is always through our website, hochanda.com, but if you do choose to use the phone lines, we will get to you and we will get your order as soon as we possibly can, but we can't guarantee that you'll be able to take advantage of that fabulous deal that we've got on your screen. We're down to the final 5. You can be one of those 5 to take advantage of it. I do hope so, because they are beautiful dies, and they are going to be so useful within your crafty stash. You'll be using them over and over again. They're what I call bread and butter dies, ones that you can go to and maybe get inspiration from when you're not too sure of where you're going. Your crafty mojo has perhaps slowed down a bit. But if you're thinking of getting these, there's only 2 left now. We've got people on the website, we've got people on the phone lines. It just depends on who checks out their baskets. And there you go, it's gone. Thank you to everybody involved.
Price lock.
So there we go. Everybody pays that lowest price of £24.17, plus your post and packing of £4.95. But Freedom members, you know what I'm going to say. You don't need to worry about that post and packing, because it's included with your membership. So, how's it going so far? Have you managed to bag a bargain? Have you taken advantage of a couple of those wonderful auctions? I hope so, because we've had lots of savings. Now, look at these. This is an item that we've not seen on air. This is brand new to us at Craft Price Drop. Now, of course, talking about spellbinders and grand templates. Now, you can see here we've got a little bit of inspiration on the packaging there. Now, you've got a set of 8 dies, because you've got your core die, which I'll turn around and show you. Your core die, which is almost a bit like a Catherine wheel, you can see here, the outer parameter die. That is going to create the template for your box. Then you've got all these little tiny sections. Now, what you could find is that you only have one of those, and you have to cut it 6 times to fit it on each of those almost petal areas. But no, with this die you've got all of those, so you could cut them out all in one go. And you've got a little tiny tag featuring in the centre. That tag is perfect for your gifts and popping on a little gift bag, but also if you're making items to sell, you could use that as a little price tag as well. Lovely set, I have to say. Now, I had a little bit of a play around earlier on, so these are a couple of the little boxes that I made. So I thought I might show you just how they come together, because when you're looking at this, you might wonder. You can see we've got like a hexagonal? No, is it hexagonal? It is hex, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, hexagonal. That's right, isn't it? Having to take my myself back to my maths lessons for a moment now. Now, I'm going to open this one up. You've almost got like a petal formation. And what happens is each of these literally interlock with the others. So when it cuts out, you can see you've got that outer shape, just like so. Then what happens is, the way I found it easy for these is, I imagine those being, it's almost like a little creature with a neck, and then basically those necks interlock. So it's going to lock around, so it's going to go over to the front. The first few you just need to hold in place, and you just keep bringing them outside and locking it in, outside and locking it in, outside and locking it in. Now when you get to the last one, sometimes you have to give it a little bit of a squeeze to fit it in, but you should be able to get it under there and it will lock in place. Whoops, hold on, I think that one jumped in first. Let's get that round, that's why. There we go, that's that one, and just work your way around, and then it makes that little flower shape in the centre. Isn't that sweet? Now this could be a lovely way of maybe giving out invitations to somebody, because you could almost have a little hexagon that you've almost done as a zigzag, so when they open it out it's almost like a little mini photo book or something like that, or details of a party or an upcoming event. But don't forget the small little tiny pieces that you've got, your little segments, they are going to actually embellish each one of those little pieces out. I've just chosen to pop 3 on there, but you could pop them on all 6 of those if you wanted to. What a cute little box, I have to say. Do you notice what's already been happening while I've been chatting? That price has already started to drop. It's a brilliant die, I have to say, and it is one of those classic dies that you will go back to time and time again. When you've got a little gift, maybe it's a piece of jewellery, you could take a little necklace, a little pair of earrings, wrap them in a small bit of tissue paper, pop them in one of these gorgeous little boxes, and you've got a really elegant gift packaging. The chevrons are back. Now we know what that means. That means that we're going to see a plummet. Where are we going to go with this? Oh, no way. That is a better than half price. I didn't expect that to happen. Did you see that coming? Because I certainly didn't. Whoa, that dropped down. We are talking less than £25. And that price continues to drop. It continues to drop because while we've got stock, the price will drop. Now you could get involved at £24.70. I've got no idea where that auction is going to end, but wherever it does end, I do know that that is the price that you're going to be paying. So maybe you looked at this earlier on and you thought, yeah, I want that. I'm going to get my interest in at £49.99. At this moment in time, that's not what you're going to be paying. You're going to be paying £24.58. But you know and I know that price is going to continue to fall. You can see there just £24.46. Just a few moments ago, you could have ordered this die on our website and paid £49.99. The beauty of Craft Price Drop is you know that you are guaranteed savings. Julie and Anne, well done, you got in nice and early, but you knew you're not going to be paying that £49.99. It might be the first time that you've seen these dies. It might be a die that you saw some time ago and you thought to yourself, you know, I'd love that, but I would love to get hold of it, but it's just out of my price bracket. I can't quite stretch to it at the moment. Well, now is your opportunity. Now is the time that you could take advantage of that better than half price deal and get hold of this die for £24.34. But you're not on your own. There's a lot of people out there watching. It's really good to have your company, and there's a lot of you registering your interest with this particular auction. Ruth as well, you've got hold of yours, so thank you. It's good to have you involved again, because when I'm standing here on my own, I don't know who's out there until you start placing your bids and getting involved with these auctions. So it's good to know that you're out there. Don't forget, this is where you're going to create the most exquisite little package here with that gorgeous little flower sitting in the centre. The die itself is going to allow you to open up to create a beautiful, almost like a little box. A box that's almost like an envelope because it's flat. So the main die, if I turn this round, the main die, which is kind of a bit like a Catherine wheel, you can see there, it's almost got those little arms throwing out. That is going to cut out your main shape. Inside you've got 6 different segments. You can cut those out of whatever you like. I chose glitter cardstock on this particular occasion. And you've even got your little tiny tag feature in there as well. And then all you need to do is when you actually cut it out, naturally, where you've got the valleys between each of those little arms, just give it a little score and a fold, just to kind of start getting it into place, and then you start interlocking these little kind of neck areas, as I was calling them. So you take the right hand one, this is how I did it anyway, the right hand one over the left and lock it in. Then the right one over the left and lock it in. Right one over the left and lock it in. Leave the last one out of the way, and then when you do get all of those in place, that one kind of comes round and holds them all together. That one goes underneath. Now, how are we doing? Look at that. Love it. How are we doing with that? Oh my goodness, look at that. When did that pop up? 11. That's all that we've got left? Oh my goodness. This is going fast. £22.18. Wow. We're down to the last couple of handfuls. You can see on your screen there, 064262. Now, if you're wanting to get involved online, you can do hochanda.com. You'll be able to see you can place your bid there. You can get involved at any time from the moment that we bring those details up on the screen until the moment that we close the auction. But don't forget, at the end of the auction, when those figures start dropping down to the quantity that we've got here, we get incredibly busy because everybody wants a bargain. I think that's the thing that we can all be sure about. We want to take advantage of those savings while we have the opportunity. We've got 5 opportunities for you to get involved now. Now, these could be 5 people that are already on the website. Could be that we've got people already on the phone lines or perhaps trying to get through on those phone lines. We've got a queue situation, then sadly we do find that you could miss out on this one. But if you're shopping online, you don't need to worry. You can check out your baskets. We're down to the last 2. Are you one of those 2 people? You need to check out your basket. We started off at £49.99 and we are down to £21.70. And we were talking spellbinders. The Grand Hexagon pinwheel box, we've not got a lot of these left now. We've got a 60% saving. Now, if I was to say to you, would you like a 60% saving on something, you'd be there in a heartbeat. And we've got 1 left. That's why it's gone. Thank you to everybody involved.
Price lock.
And everybody pays that lowest price. That lowest price, as you can see there, of £21.70. Plus your post and packing of £4.95. But of course, Freedom members, that's included with your membership, so you don't need to worry. Now I'm going to grab a quick drop of water if I can, because you've already been looking at these. These are beautiful. We've got Spellbinders dies again, and we have got 6 dies in total, and these are beautiful. I'm going to give you a moment to savour these designs, in fact. They're beautiful. Now look at these, 6 dies in total. And these are really usable dies. Fanciful lattice, and then we've also got branching out. Now, both of these coming to you, wait for this, would normally come to you at £74.64. That's quite a considered purchase for many crafters, self included. Now, you've got the quality of Spellbinders, so we know they're worth that price that we've got. And you've got the usability and the design. Works out at just over £37 each. Now, again, I've been having a little bit of play, because you know what I'm like, can't help myself, getting involved. And I had a little go with this one. This one is a gorgeous lattice. This is beautiful, fanciful lattice. Now, the beauty of this is they will come in cut out in a variety of designs. Now, ignore the fact that we've got a hole in this one. Shall I hold this up and show you here? No. I've got a hole in the middle. That's the hole that I cut. So the die itself doesn't cut that. It wasn't until actually after I cut it, I suddenly thought, oh, people might think that's how it cuts. But no, it doesn't. So you would have a solid rectangle in there. Instantly, you have got a fabulous frame. Now, I'm looking here, you could be weaving lace through these. You've got plenty of room to attach little charms, perhaps, if you wanted to. The second die in this particular set is a smaller version of that original one. Now, I didn't actually have my tan mat, so I wasn't able to emboss, but you can just about see that you have got a little bit of an emboss feature. You would have that all the way around if you've got your embossing mat. I hadn't got mine to hand. Then you've got the second one. Now, this is going to sit quite neatly, as you can see on top there. And then finally, you've got the little one that I cut out. So I kind of gutted that original one so as I wasn't wasting cardstock. But look at that. Portrait or landscape, that is going to look beautiful on any card. Obviously, you would centre it, you'd add your flowers, you'd add your stamps, you'd add your embellishments to it. But what a lovely die. But you know the good news? That is just one half of the bundle. You've got 2 die sets in here. So the second one, again, I had another little play. This one's got quite an intricate edge to it. So I don't know whether you'll be able to pick up on this one. This one, it's kind of got a lovely... Well, when I first started looking at it, I thought to myself, this reminds me of pine needles and pine cones. They're perfect for Christmas. But equally so, I thought I could add some little flowers on there. It's got a very spring-like feel to it. So I think you could do that quite easily. Again, you've got a set of 3 die. So the first one cuts out quite a large piece, as you can see. The second one cuts out a smaller piece. And again, you've got some embossed detail going on there, which, of course, if you use your embossing mat, you'll be able to see that even more so. And then you've got your smaller one where perhaps you're going to be adding your sentiment. Absolutely beautiful dies, and the price is already starting to drop. Now, lots of you have got involved at the top, but the chevrons are there. We have got a price drop going on. How much is it going to drop by? Let's have a look. Oh, my word, below £30 so quickly. Oh, my goodness, I didn't expect that to happen. These are beautiful dies. Now don't forget, you are going to be able to mat and layer with these. You'll be able to cut your rectangles if you're wanting to. You've got large areas with these, so you could be adding a sentiment there. You could be using that backdrop there for your wedding stationery. So instantly you've got your save the date there, or maybe you've got your invitation. You could be multi-cutting these and actually having a pocket on top, because of course it's going to marry up perfectly. Equally so, you could be using this one, actually cutting it on the fold, making your little, I don't know, it could be your acceptance or your regret cards to go along with your invitation. But equally, because that image is symmetrical, look at this. Now we are busy for this one. Busy. Now this is going to be a quick auction. We've only got 15 left with these. We are talking a 60% saving already. Surely that price isn't going to drop anymore. It could do. It could drop. We don't know, but we do know that we've only got 12 of these left. You've got 12 of these. So we've got 2 different sets of dies here, each with 3 within there. This is going so fast. You are loving this one. I don't blame you, to be honest. Brilliant saving. Incredible saving. But look at that price. £28.89 for both of these dies. That's way less than you'd be paying for just one of those. Don't forget, now we're talking about £14.45 each. And these are spellbinder dies. These were kind of the company that pioneered die making several years ago. It was a new name on the scene, and they brought us some incredible, intricate dies of the likes that we'd not seen before. But these are beautiful, and they could be yours if you get involved with our craft price drop auction. We're down to the final handful. Are you on the website getting hold of these? Are you perhaps on the phone lines? I hope you're on one or the other. Anna, Sheena, we've got lots of people getting involved with these. Julie, a few names that you might recognise, because I know you do get involved with lots of our craft price drops. Lots of bargains to be had and lots more to bring you. I'm hoping that we manage to get lots more in here, but we're down to our final 3. Is it going to be you? Perhaps you're thinking, I'm going to pick the phone up now, I'm going to place my order, I'm going to get my bid in place. That's the price I don't mind paying for those items. But you might be too late, because we've got other people that are on the phones, we've got other people that are on the website, and we are looking at way below the £30 price point for these. We're down to our last 2. I do hope you've managed to get hold of them. They're gorgeous designs, bread and butter designs that you are going to be using time and time again. Incredibly versatile, and you've got a brilliant saving with those. Down to the last one, and the last one has gone. Thank you for getting involved.
Price lock.
Now, everybody that got involved, you're just paying £28.47. That is a huge saving. Of course, your post and packing of £4.95 to go on top. If you're Freedom member, don't worry about that. Now, we're about halfway through the show. Are you enjoying yourself? Have you bagged a bargain? We've had some fabulous ones already, haven't we? We've had stamps, we've had dies as well. Now, this is something that you have had a little look at. You've been having a little crafty scout around on our website to see what we've got coming up. And we've got a brilliant deal for you. Look at these. Now, all of these together is supposed to be £29.94. We're talking Colorista here. Now, each one of these packs has got 8 pencils in there. Now, I was here at 11 o'clock this morning. You may have joined me online, because we have our craft price drop auction website, which you can actually get involved with. It's called craftpricedrop.com, and we try to bring you a show at 11 o'clock every single day. I had one this morning, which I was fortunate to present, and we actually bought you some Colorista pads. We had the A4 pads and we had the 5x7s, so maybe you took advantage of that. Well, if you did, how better way to get started than to actually have the Colorista pencils. These are brilliant. Now, they're all individually packaged. You've got the set numbers on here, so we've got a variety. I think 6 sets in total that we've got, and I think you're covered with all of these. I've had a little look. I can't see here what we've got here. So we've got set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, across these colours, we've got your primaries, you've got your earth tones in here, we've got some pastel tones in here as well. They're absolutely beautiful, and the quality that we've got with these pencils is amazing. Always known and loved, and whenever we have Fiona and the guys, and Debbie sometimes comes in and does the shows with regards to these, of course Sarah and Leanne get involved, and of course Leanne is the kind of the person pioneering the Spectrum Noir brand with Crafters Companion, and she drives a hard bargain when it comes down to quality. Now, we're talking colorist pencils, so these are going to be different to pencils that you've experienced before, so you're going to get the quality with the lead, for the want of a better phrase, with these. True colour, true realism with the colours that you've got here as well, and it's the quality, and that's what Crafters Companion brings. Now, straight away you can see those chevrons are there. Where are we going to go? Where are we going with these? Absolutely beautiful. We are saving more than £10 with that instantly. How quick was that? In the blink of an eye, we can save you £10. How good is that? But guess what? That price is still dropping. Now, a lot of you got involved with these from the very beginning, and who can blame you? Because maybe you have been looking to collect these sets, and now is the time. Maybe you invested in your pads earlier on, as I said. We had those A4 pads, we had the 5x7 pads available, so you may well have taken advantage of that saving. Or whether you did or you didn't, you can take advantage of a saving now. These pencils are beautiful to work with the Colourista pads. You're going to be able to use them with other adult colouring books perhaps that you've got, but you're also going to be able to use them to create your own background. So maybe you've got stamped images that you're going to multi-stamp up. Maybe you went for those ones earlier on for the envelopes. Then what better way of getting a fabulous array of colours to allow you to add that finer detail? And it's the finer detail that makes all the difference. Now, as we look at each one of these, you'll see you've got some fabulous pads. You've got your bright, pencils, should I say. You've got your bright vibrance, you've got your earth tones, you've got your primaries, your dark tones in there as well. Lovely shades of blue and green as well. So if you are thinking of doing things like your florals, you're going to need your greens in there. You've got lots of shades with your pinks and purples, so the realism that you've got there. And these are brilliant. Every single one of these sets coming to you for £18.98. It works out at just over £3 a set, and these are brilliant quality, and the price is still dropping. As I've said before, while we've got stock, that price will continue to drop, but you can get involved at £18.72. Now, I don't know where that auction is going to end. I don't think it's going to end there, because we don't know how many we've got left of these yet. So it's a little indication to me that that price is going to come down a little more, yes. So maybe get involved. It's straight away there. It's come down to £18.46. The few moments that I've been chatting to you, that price will continue to drop. All you need to do to get involved is to jump onto our website. You can see at the bottom of the screen, it's our regular website, hochanda.com. And it is a brilliant deal. Oh, and we've only got 27 left, which, to be honest, it's quite a few considering some of those auctions that we've had, but you will be surprised at how quickly these will start to drop. Now, incidentally, you're not limited to one auction per item, so you could go for several of these if you wanted to. So if you're a Freedom member, then perhaps you could be going for 2 or 3 of the sets here. Maybe you're running a craft group, maybe you're running an after-school club, or maybe brownies, cubs, guides, those kind of things, where it is imperative that you have the quality there to get the results. Well, this might be a perfect way of you creating a crafty stash of incredible pencils. So, of course, we've got 8 in each one of these packs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 48 pencils. Is that right? Oh my goodness, I shot myself with that one. 48 pencils for £18.35. But that quantity, that price is going down. The quantity is going down. We are running out of opportunities for you to get involved. We're down to 13. Lucky for some, maybe. Maybe not unlucky. Well, it won't be lucky for the 14th person, will it? Because they'll miss out. In fact, you can see we've dropped down to 11 now. Just a couple of handfuls of these left, really. And the decision's going to be made for you before long, because the stock that we've got of this is flying out so quickly that the people on the website, the people on the phone lines, they're making those purchases and those items are dropping down. Now, I will let you know that we've got a different dedicated telephone number. So if you are trying to reach us on our regular Hochanda phone number, you might find yourself get caught up in a queue system. So let me give you that telephone number. We'll bring it up at the bottom of the screen again. It's 01733. Of course, that is the number for the area. And I think it was 707100. I think that is. We'll double check that for you just to let you know. We will double check it for you. I'm doing it from memory there. Well, no, it's 105. That's right, isn't it? 01733 797 I'm still getting used to it, and I'm sure you are too. But what I do know is the website is the way to order. That is the best place to get your order in, because you can place your order, you can check out, but more importantly, you could become a Freedom member at the same time, and then you know you've not got anything else in addition to pay to that £18.13. 4 left. 4 left. That's all that we've got. 4 opportunities to get involved with those pencils. Absolutely incredible quality, and you are going to love them. You'll be using them over and over again for adding colour to your stamps, to your books. The whole family are going to get involved with colouring, and they regularly do. So having a good stash of pencils is always a good idea. We're down to our last couple. We're going to be saying goodbye to that particular auction in the next few moments. Cheryl and Pamela, Jean, you all got yours, and I hope that if you are that last person on the phone line, you are able to get involved, because you can see we're down to our last one, and there you go, it's gone. £18.13. Thank you to everybody. If you got involved and you got your bid in place, then just £18.13 is the price that you're going to be paying, along with your post and packing of £4.95. Freedom members though, you'll be saying it along with me. We don't have to worry about that, because that's included with our standard membership. Now, have a look at these. These are beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, we've got multiple dies here that you can use independently. You can use them together if you're wanting to. Lots of different ways, but look at the ornate element that you've got with these. Now, these are gorgeous. Again, I've been busy with my die cutting, so I've cut some of them out. Oh, I've just dropped one. Let me just go and get the other one. Have a look at these while I pick the last piece up that I've just dropped on the floor. These are gorgeous. I'll be back in a moment. You've got a fabulous set of dies here. So you've got your larger square, as you can see, that with those ornate corners. If I bring in this piece here, you'll see exactly what I mean by that. Look at that. The packaging, obviously, is scaled down version, but the dies themselves, absolutely beautiful. Then you've got, in addition to that, you have got a smaller frame, which is going to cut out a little mat like so, which, of course, that's going to fit perfectly in the centre there. Gorgeous idea with this one is you can actually rotate that, so you can have it kind of on point where you've got the corners meeting, or you can rotate it on its axis, and there you go, you can see you can have it on the diagonal. You're also going to get a fabulous little tag. This is beautiful, because with this particular one, you could run ribbon through this as well if you wanted to, and use it as a ribbon slider. You could use it as a tag almost. You can almost have it as a little wrap around if you wanted to, because you could just literally pinch those edges in, and it could wrap around and hold something, or maybe a little bit of ribbon, keeping those two together. Really versatile little die set. You're also going to get a little tiny piece here, which again, you can mat and layer if you wanted to, so I could pop that on top of my silver layer there. I could rotate that around. The design of this is incredible, and what Spellbinders have done, have ensured that there are multiple ways that you can be using these 5 dies. And then finally, you've got your gorgeous little flower. A little flower with a centre point, so you could actually put a little gem on there, maybe self-adhesive gem, maybe use something like your coloured PVAs, maybe your Nouveau drops. And of course, you could pinch those little petals if you wanted to, and multi-layer those to give yourself a fuller flower with those. Now, you're going to get 5 dies in this set. All 5 of those. These ones have only been used once by myself, but yours will be brand new, so you don't need to worry about this. Again, Spellbinders renowned within the industry. Intricate designs, and we've got a lot of metal in these dies. Now, the price is going to drop. The chevrons are in. We know that price is going to drop, but where is it going to go? Where is it going to end up? Oh, my goodness. Less than £20 already. £27.60. That's what you were going to be paying a few moments ago. But if you've got involved, even if you got involved when that price is £27.60, that's not what you're paying now. You are now paying £19.22. Lots of you got involved. Sue, you're not paying that £27.60. Lots of you are placing your orders for these and making sure that you are getting registered with this auction. Key thing is you need to be in it. Now, the price has dropped below £19. Wow, what a saver. That's a brilliant saving. Spellbinders and versatility, that's the key thing that we've got with this set. And again, if you are building up your crafty stash, maybe you had a die cutting machine for Christmas, then there's no better way really, is there, to get hold of quality dies with incredible detail at wonderful prices, and that's what you've got with this one. Again, you could use this one on a scrapbook page. Again, because it's symmetrical, you could fold that if you wanted to. You could use it in lots of different ways. Absolutely beautiful. And again, because it's a little square, you could be taking those points into the middle. You'll find lots of ways of working with these. You've also got that little die cut element that you can literally pop on top of there. Again, a nice little area. I've cut it out of my glittery card, but equally I could use it in my plain cardstock. Plenty of room for you to add your sentiment there. Plenty of room if you wanted to just simply add a little flower and a few little gems. You become the designer, but when you're becoming the designer using Spellbinders dies for less than £18. Look at this. We are saving more than £10 on these. That's That's an amazing saving. That £10 could well buy you something incredible during craft price drop, because those prices drop down to some incredible prices. We're talking about 5 dies in this particular set. 5 dies, all with that gorgeous ornate edge to them, all square themed. So of course you could cut a mat and lay your squares and add these in. But you know what else I'd be doing with these as well? I'd be chopping into them, because the little tag that we've got, the one that I said you could use as a ribbon slider, quite easily you could chop away that, and then you've got a gorgeous little corner. Oh, the chevrons are back. That price is going to drop down. We've had a lot of those chevrons appearing in this set. Oh my goodness, £13.24. That is better than a half price deal. Now, this is when everybody's going to get involved. Who wouldn't want to get hold of a Spellbinders die for £13.24? How many of you can get involved? That's the key thing. Only 15 of you. That's not many, is it? It's not many at all. When you consider how many people are watching us and how many people are getting involved, we could lose those in a heartbeat. There's lots of you watching online. There's lots of you watching us, obviously, through Hochanda.com, through a preview, and obviously through all the different mediums that we do broadcast to you. But we're down to 13. Again, as I said, for some, lucky for some, not so lucky for that 14th person, because you could miss out on these. But what a brilliant set. Oh my goodness, what happened then? All of a sudden we had a plummet in the quantity. We're down to 9 of these. Wow, these are proving to be incredibly popular. You've got everything that you need in these. You've got that gorgeous ornate frame there, as you can see there. You could actually take that die, the little square die, and cut that out of that one and create the aperture, perhaps a little photograph. We've got 5 dies, and it works out at £2.61 per die. That's ridiculous. That's an amazing price. You definitely don't want to miss out on these. You can see there on your screen, 445965. That is the item number for you to take advantage of these. We're running out of time, but we are also running out of stock. So let's have a look. Who's got involved? Have you got involved? Now, if your name's not scrolling along the bottom and you've not had your order confirmed, then it might be a case that you do need to check to make sure that you are involved. Is it sitting in your basket? We had this at 11 o'clock this morning. People were sitting with these items in the basket, and before they knew it, that stock quantity, the quantity left went to 0, and everybody missed out on these. So there we go. We've got Melanie, we've got Denise. Melanie's at Kingsley. That's not too far away from here. We've got Carol, Alison there as well, Colin from Colchester. So thank you for being involved. I'm seeing some familiar names here. I think a few of you do like to bag a bargain and you get involved with Craft Price Drop quite regularly. Down to the last 3. Are you going to be one of those 3? I hope so, because when you've got that kind of saving, where we're talking that a better than half price saving, I love as many people as possible to get involved with this. We're down to that final one, and it's gone. Thank you to everybody involved again.
Price lock.
And everybody pays that lowest price, £13.08. Can't get over that price. Now, of course, you've got your post and packing of £4.95 to pay, but not as a Freedom member. You don't need to worry. Shows like this is when it kind of becomes so apparent why you need to have a Freedom membership, because you don't want to be paying post and packing when you're getting savings like those. Now, have a look at this. Oh, we've got an incredible bundle here. Look at these. We have got 4 reels of a ribbon, as you can see here, but it's not just regular ribbon. It's absolutely incredible quality ribbon. Now, these are huge. Have a look at this. You have got 50 yards on each one of these. Okay? So when you see on your screen there 4 colours at 50 yards, that doesn't mean you've got 50 yards between the 4 colours. You've actually got 200 yards of this. 50 yards on every single one. That's a lot of ribbon. But have a look at the quality of this. This is absolutely beautiful. You've got kind of a French navy, and it's got a crushed feel to it. Absolutely gorgeous. It's got a lovely satin feel to it. And of course, the good beauty of these is that you're going to be able to create some of the most incredible bows featuring them. When you've got the quality of ribbon like this and the quantity, you won't mind adding those luxurious bows to your projects. Quickly and instantly, you can be creating gorgeous bows, double bows, triple bows, creating with the gorgeous ribbon. Maybe you've got a wedding coming up. Maybe you're thinking of a coffee and cream theme. Maybe you're needing to use these. I mean, 3 of these colours together, gorgeous gorgeous. You've got like a taupe and a cream and that gorgeous chocolate brown in there. But these make beautiful bows. Bows that are going to kind of stand as well. So it's actually, oops, daisy, jumping away from me. It's holding its form beautifully. So you can see, you can be able to create these over and over again. Now, individually, if you were to get hold of these and put them into your basket, they work out £28.42 because we're talking about 50 yards. That is a lot of ribbon on a spool. Quite often we don't see that quantity, but that price is dropped. Oh my goodness. I'm going to give myself a headache with price drops like that. Plummeted. Nearly gave myself a nosebleed. Now, look at the quality. We have got 4 different colours with these. These are absolutely gorgeous, whether you're working with them together, whether you're working with them independently. £40.54 for these. Look at these, absolutely gorgeous. Every single one of these reels, and there's quite a substantial weight in these, you've got 50 yards on every single one of these, so you've got 200 yards of ribbon. It works out, oh my goodness, wait for this, works out just 20p a yard. That is amazing, amazing quality. I'm going to take 2 of these and put them together just to show you won't mind doing this. Sometimes luxury ribbon, when you're working on projects, you get a bit frugal with it because it's quite an investment to get hold of. But when you have got the kind of prices that we can bring to your craft price drop, you don't mind multi-tying those. You don't mind bringing in 2 or maybe 3 shades on a theme to give you some wonderful results. And that's what you can do when you're getting these kinds of prices. Look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. Even for gift wrapping, these would be gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. 200 yards for £40, and I'm not even going to complete that sentence. The chevrons are in. Where are we going to end up with this? Where are we going? No way. £18.45. Now, don't forget, at the top of the hour, I was telling you that these were a little over £28 a reel. Not anymore. Now, we're not even paying that price for 1 of these reels. You're getting 4 of these reels with that gorgeous. Now, listen to this. This is an over an 80% saving. Absolutely beautiful. And that's why we only have a few left of these. We don't have huge quantities of these. We've only got 20. And these are going to be snapped up. These are classic colours that you'll be using time and time again. So think about your vintage projects. These are flying out. You know a saving when you see it. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful quality. I wish I could peel back and show you just the quantity that you've got in here. A really good weight. Oh my goodness, down to 8. How did that happen? Don't forget, and I probably shouldn't say this when we've only got 4 left, you can go for multiples of these if you want to do. You could pop 2 in there if you want to. If you can, pop 2 in there straight away because you are going to get 200 metres for £18.45. It's going to go. You're going to have to say goodbye to that auction. That is one of the fastest auctions I've been involved in. Brilliant saving from £113 to 68p. Now, I'm talking as if it's ended. It nearly has ended. We've only got a couple left. And to be honest, if I was that person, I'd be greedy. I'd have both of them. It's gone. Thank you to everybody involved.
Price lock.
That is an incredible saving. 80% saving. Everybody pays £18.45 and your postage on top unless you're a Freedom member and you don't need to worry. Now what have we got here? Oh, sparkle. This is probably going to be our final auction. And I've got a feeling this is going to be a popular one because we all love a little bit of sparkle and a bit of shimmer, don't we, when it comes to decoration? Now, look at this. We're starting off with 25 packs of embellishments. We're talking about gems. £24.99 for 25 packs. £1 a pack. That's a pretty good price to start with. Surely we can't improve on that. With Craft Price Drop, we're going to. Shall we see what we can do? Let's give it a tickle. A little bit of a tickle and bring that price down. 86631. That's your item number on this one. Don't forget, if you want to place your order online, hochanda.com is the way to get involved. But we've got a dedicated telephone number for you to get hold of these. These are beautiful. You can see here, you've got some gorgeous, now, as you look closer at these, you'll see that we've got, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see exactly. We've got some gorgeous flowers here. We've got little circles. We've got tiny hearts. We've got little tiny flowers again here. Beautiful array, and all on a similar colour theme. So we've got purple, we've got pinks, we've got teals in here. We've got gorgeous ruby reds featuring these. Wow, we're busy for these. Eileen, you're involved. You've got hold of yours. Thank you for being so involved with these. We've got a brilliant saving on these. Don't forget 01733 797 100. That's the item. Sorry, the telephone number. That's the item number is on your screen. If you want to get involved, that's the way you can get involved. Or you've got the website at the bottom of the screen. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that little tickle keeps popping back. Now, don't forget, when we started out at the top of this auction, we were talking about £1 per pack. Little less £1 per pack. Where are we now? Where do you think we're going to be? Should we have a look? No. 63 pence a pack. That is an incredible saving. But that price continues to drop. Why is it dropping? Well, because we've got stock. And as I say time and time again, while we have stock, that price will drop. But you know what? We've only got 15 left. Not many. Not many when you bear in mind, as we said before, you can order multiples of these. So if you're crafting with children or you've got young crafters that craft alongside you perhaps, then why not go for multiples of these? You could take advantage of that £15 and 5p saving and order a couple of these. In fact, I think that's the way that I would do it. These gems, you could divide them up if you wanted to. Perhaps if you're part of a crafty group, divide them into their colours, divide them into their shapes, kind of divvy those up and all get involved. But for £15 and 5p, you are saving over 40%. We're below that £15 price now. This is brilliant. So many incredible savings, and it's so good that you've been able to get involved. We've got stars featuring in here as well, little squares as well, little tiny dots. Don't forget, if you got hold of your one-day special from Tonic yesterday, those placements and little points that you've got will allow you to pop these down in place perfectly. We're down to the last 5. This is our final auction of the hour. We're not going to be able to squeeze any more in, unfortunately, and we've got 5 left. Some people could be taking advantage of these in their multiples, so we could find that, I don't know how many Barbara got hold of, whether it was 1 or 2, but you can see we are running out of time with this one. We've got 3 left. 3 opportunities, or so as I say, 2 opportunities to get involved with these. They're going. They are flying out the door and they've gone. Thank you if you got hold of those.
Price lock.
And that's it. Price lock, the price is locked in at £14 and 80p. So everybody who got involved with that auction, that's the price you're going to be paying along with your post and packing. You've also got your Freedom membership, of course, so if you have got that, you don't have to worry about your post and packing. Now, we mentioned Freedom membership a lot during Craft Price Drop because it's a perfect way for you to get involved. It's a perfect way of you saving. Now, because our one-day special sold out earlier, we have got another Craft Price Drop show coming up at 5 o'clock. It's going to be myself again, so I do hope that you can get involved, and you know that we will do our best for you to try and get those prices as low as we possibly can. Perhaps take the opportunity to take out your Freedom membership, because at 6 o'clock as well we've got a brand new Freedom event starting, and for £6.97, even if you're only a member for 1 month, it's definitely worth getting involved. I'm going to go and grab a cup of tea. We've got Joe and Leonie coming up after the branch. I'll see you later. What I meant to say was coming up after the break. Daisy Jewels and Crafts, MDF and Stencils, fabulous show, can't wait to see that one. All that glitters coming up after that at 4, and then I'll be back with you with Craft Price Drop at 5.
Sheena Douglas brings us a stunning new stamp collection from her Little Bit Sketchy range. These hand-drawn stamps consist of beautiful flowers and foliage, as well as inspirational quotes throughout.
All with the Chanda Freedom prices. So do check